We are on. Hello, hello.
Quick. We here.
Hello.
We here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by PortPro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io. And don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ for special pricing. Ooh, special. Echo.
Bro, you're making my skin crawl, bro.
Do you want some PortPro, bro?
You feel me?
We're gonna get some of that PortPro, bro.
You're making me nervous, man.
Y'all still got some of that PortPro?
I never had a Port Pro like this before, man.
Shout out Dr. Dre OS. Okay, let's do this.
Let's
we
go.
got Bryan Acosta.
Yes, sir.
Acosta. How do you?
Acosta. I mean,
Bryan Acosta in the house.
It's a Spanish, but it's a Spaniard, a Spanish conqueror name. I mean, it is what it is. They call me Cuco, just
Cuco.
you know.
There we go, Cuco. Hey, thanks for coffee, Cuco.
Hey,
You
man.
didn't think I would pull up, huh?
All I know is somebody opened my door, and I was like, okay, it looks like I'm buying coffee.
Invasion of privacy. Let's do it. So, let's get into it then. Share a little bit about yourself.
So Cuco, they call me Cuco because, well, I'm not even gonna explain the Cuco name because
Why not?
all of my Mexican friends know you got a tia named Cuca, you got a tío named Cuco, but like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and explain it. So my middle name is Refugio. So
Okay.
my dad's name was Refugio. His first name was Refugio, right? So they call me Cuco because of my middle name, right? Most of my friends are like, your name is Bryan. And then I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, why you call you Cuco? Your name is Bryan. So I'm 29. I've been driving for maybe a year on record. But other than that, you know, fucking, I'm into cars, you know, VR for the win, you know. Sorry, we got violent riders, you know, so we out here.
Say it into the mic. Let's twist it a little
Yes,
more.
sir.
It was aiming at the wall. My
Yes,
bad.
sir. Oh, you hear me? My fault.
Let him hear
I'm a
it
little
again.
nervous, you know. Got me quacking out here, bro.
VR what? VR what?
VR for the win, Poppy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm into cars. Ever since I got my Class A, though, I've been slowing it down. But, yeah, man. Family man. Shout out my wife. I see you.
Make sure you have the location on there.
Yeah. It's on.
If we go past noon, it's gonna be trouble.
We gotta, you know, man. You know. Nah, yeah, man. Fucking, we out here, man. Fucking,
All right.
yes, sir.
Very, very well spoken intro.
Hey, everything I do gotta be well, man, because I'm a perfectionist at heart.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm very
No?
messy. I'm very messy, bro.
So what? Okay, we covered the age. What city you repping?
Well, I stay in Linwood. You know,
Linwood.
I grew up in South Central,
All
but I'm residing in Linwood now. Southgate, you know, Southgate area, Linwood. But I'm out here, bro. 710, 105, you know.
At the moment, you're a company driver, owner operator. Did I miss that part?
No, so I'm a driver for owner op.
Oh, okay.
So we actually go half on. No, I don't pay for the diesel. I don't pay for like insurance type, but he does give me half of the cut of what we make, you know.
Yeah.
So at the moment, yeah, I started off like a company driver type, but then that got really boring quick, and everybody told me like, don't go drive for an owner op. Don't go drive because the truck is never there. You're never gonna have work. They're always gonna be greedy. But you know, by the grace of God, everything's been going good. Esteban, shout out Esteban. What's up, bro? It's been very private with him, very communicative. That's something that surprised me about an owner op, aside from a company, because a company you just talk to the dispatch.
Yeah.
The owner doesn't care, you
Yeah.
know. You know, they
This shit keeps
you know?
happening, bro.
Because it's like, yeah, I see. Okay.
You're like, I'm not gonna allow him to touch my shit.
You know, don't spit into me, bro.
Yeah,
Stop
there you go.
spitting, bro. All right, for sure.
So you were in the whole communication part, how it's different with
Right.
owner op versus just
Right. It's more personal type.
Yeah,
you know, it's like if I have a problem, I'll text him or call him.
yeah,
Or like little things like say I'm running out of diesel or like the truck needs diesel.
yeah,
I'll hit him up. Hey, bro, we need diesel. He'll be like, hey, can I sell you? Pump it for me
on the spot,
You know?
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, and he'll sell me. I'll pump it. No issue. You know, because at the end of the day, like if the truck isn't running, we're not making money.
yeah. If he
feel me?
wins, you win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's something that surprised me about. But the company driving thing that took me places. I did deliveries. I didn't like it.
no.
I wasn't into deliveries. And then I went to Utah. That was one thing. I took a container from here to Utah, and they offloaded it, and I brought it back, right? But that's the only thing about a company.
Wait, you tried that a couple times, right? With
Yeah.
someone else, like a team.
Yeah.
I think you guys were tagging us.
Yeah.
Tried it out. No, could it have been you tried it with what's his name? He was on the podcast.
It's coming.
Before. Yeah.
I want you to say it though. Let's see if you know your guest.
Hey, you're putting you on the spot. That's what, I know his face. I know. You know. But he likes he's a 392 gang like you too.
Right. So
Same
yeah,
car. Zeus. There you go. ZEU.
Yes. So me and him actually, you know, we got our twit cards the same day.
Yeah.
So, but he already had his license. So I was training to get. I had my permit. I got my permit, and then probably like 2 days later, I got my twit card. So I had my twit card before I had my Class A.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I went to Utah. I explored out there. It was cool. Had some adventures, you know. Came back, but it wasn't for me. That whole on the road thing.
But you tried it.
Yeah. It's just. Shout out to all my on the road drivers, bro, because you guys. I give you guys props. Hats off to you guys, but it just gives me too much anxiety, bro. You know, I'm a family man. I can't.
Homesick?
Yeah, exactly. I can't be away from my girls like for too long, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so those are the experiences that I've gone through, and in so short time, bro. I haven't been driving for that long, you know. I haven't. Probably tops like a year and a half, probably, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Ever since I got my Class A, bro, everything's just to the roof, you know. So, but yeah, no, that's those are experiences that I feel like you have to live, you know, like before, because if you don't, my girl's always been that type to push. You know, I've always been very reserved and very like, oh, what if it doesn't work out? Very, very negative type, you know.
Oh yeah.
But my girl, I owe everything to her. Everything. Like she's the one that's pushed me. She's the one that's believed in me. You know, like not even like me and my mom. We don't really have a tight knit, you know. But my girl has always been like, go. You're gonna do it. If you don't do it, fuck it. You tried. You know, and ever since, that's like the best thing that's happened to me. My girl, and
that's crazy, huh? Like the type of friends you keep and the people you hang out with, and then the most important one, like the partner you choose, because that's like who you're with, like the rest of your life.
Yes, because
so they're feeding some nasty shit
right,
into your mind.
But see, look, well, we were talking about like off the camera. There's shit that people see, and there's shit that they don't see. Your partner is the only one that sees it. Your partner is with you from the time you wake up to the time you go back to bed. You know, and me and my girl, we text throughout the day. We call, even though she gets annoyed with me, she'll be like, "What the fuck are you working?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm lonely out here, bro." You know, so, but yeah, fucking everything I have, I owe it to her. Everything, you know, my girls have been a very big inspiration to me. You know, and not only that, my boy Cali is the one that put me on this, you know. Shout out Cali VR, you know what I'm saying? We out here. He's the one that put me on. Also, I'm not forgetting you, papi. Fucking my boy Abner, my boy AB, you know what I'm saying? My boy AB, he's one of the inspirations as well that made me look into like, okay, so I used to have my class B, right?
Yeah.
I used to drive buses for Metro.
Oh, okay.
My anxiety was through the roof.
Oh,
I
man.
hated it.
We need to
You
touch
know?
on that one.
Yeah. So we'll get back to that topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Big ups to Cali. Big ups to Abner. Those are very big like
Influences.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Aside from my father-in-law, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So let's. You mentioned the word inspires. You know, you mentioned the girls and all that. So let's go into that question. Who inspires you and why? I mean, you obviously answered it, but can you go into more depth about that?
My girls are my will. You got to get your ass up. You got to make this money. You know. But the person I really look up to, it's gonna sound probably weird to some people, but my father-in-law.
Makes sense to you.
My father-in-law. Yeah. He's been trucking for like 20 years, probably plus, like more. He started trucking when my girl was born. She's gonna be 20. I don't want to say it because
you know.
So
you know what you said, it would sound weird because you think there's the common belief that the suegros don't get along with the
right exactly. But me and him, we talk all the time. Like he's the one that. So when I got my license, they threw me in the port. I was still working with it. I was still working with my paper license, you know. And there's some ports. Yeah, there's some ports that you don't have to. You don't need your physical license. You know, as long as you have it, right?
Top flight security.
Right. Man, shout out Usain, bro. Y'all motherfuckers be on it. You know what I'm saying?
Fusin.
So he's been very understanding, very willing to help. You know. So my first day, I remember him like, "Hey, if you need something, just call me."
Yeah.
You know. And there I go. They sent me to 400. I'm getting a little nervous talking about this because I don't really talk about this to anybody. But they sent me to 400. I didn't know the roles as they are now. You know, they're lettered and then they're numbered.
Yeah. So
I gave him a call and he didn't answer. And I'm like, man, there I go thinking negative again. You know, I'm like, he was just talking out of his ass. Or like,
oh yeah.
You know, and then he called me back. He's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm kind of lost here. I was like, they want me to go to like A7, but I'm at A3 and I don't see it going up. He's like, where are you exactly? And I'm like, oh, I'm right here in between A3 and A1. And he's like, okay, you see how it's going up from right to left? I was like, yeah. And he's like, the boat is in front of you, right? I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, you're going to make a left, go straight down, past all those blocks. The very last block, that's where you're going to drop your empty. There's going to be a
Machina.
Yeah, waiting for you.
The top handler.
Right. Said and done. I was like, cool. You know, I went, took it off. I was in and out, you know, because of him. Mm-hmm. You know, and there was another situation at TTI. I thought it was like, okay, so now I know the numbers and the letters, right? TTI.
Oh, yeah.
Way different, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I called him again. I'm like, hey.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why isn't this numbered? And he's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, well, the boat's in front of me. I need to drop this empty. And he's like, well, they usually drop the empties in the 100s or like some bullshit, you know?
Yeah,
and
600s.
But he's like, where are you? Tell me your surroundings. And I'm like, oh, there's train tracks to my right. The boat's in front of me.
You're way at the bottom.
Right. And he's like, where are you supposed to go? And I told him, he's like, so go all the way down till you can't no more. You'll see a stop sign that says no trucks allowed. Go straight, make a left and go straight. And he's like, you'll see the top handler or you'll see a line. Mm-hmm. Bro, it was like if he was right there with me, you know? So, he's a very big inspiration of mine. And like right now he used to own trucks. So, but he got out of it. You know, he's an old timer now. So
yeah, he's
doing hourly work for somebody else. But other than that, like, yeah, he's a big, very, very big inspiration. He's somebody I strive to be, you know, like that's I never had a father figure, so he's been very, very, very helpful.
You think what helped with that bond was that you're both doing the same shit now too, and your family.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know, there's no way out of it. You know, like that. Like we have something to talk about. We have something. In
Hey,
common.
you better help me get this bread, or your daughter's gonna be lacking something.
For real, you know, like your dad didn't help me this time. That's why our check is small. You know.
Oh.
You know? But no, like he's.
They have her argue with him.
Yeah. You didn't help him. Why didn't you help him? You know, but it's come to a point where my suegra and my girl, like, they get annoyed. Like we're talking about work and like how bad TTIs get
at
like,
the barbecue.
Right. No, yesterday actually we were at the 15 that I told you about.
Yeah.
We were at the sweet 16, 15, whatever. We were at the party and we're sitting there. The girls are dancing. I'm not a very big dancer unless I'm pretty drunk. You know, I hadn't got there yet. So we sat there and he's like, "Oh, did you know that TTI requires a empty in appointment now?" And I'm like, "Nah, for real?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I went in there with an empty, and they were rejecting me because I didn't have an empty in, right?" And then my girl came, and then she's like, "What are you guys talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh." They, yeah, I was like, they need an empty in appointment now? Did you know that? And she was like, how the fuck would I know that? She's like, how the fuck would I know that? So, like, they get annoyed of it, but, you know, it's something that we have in common, you know?
Yeah. It's like, even at the yards, I remember, like, we chill at the yard, and what the fuck are we talking about? Let's just find something to complain about, or what, you know?
Bro, every time I call him, he's always, like, either chilling, waiting for an empty or a loadout. Or he's at the yard having his little coffee. That's always, you know.
Hey, low key, no disrespect to our kind, but I feel like maybe sometimes truckers gossip way more than we think. You know.
We do. I'm not gonna front and say like we don't, but we do. Like we always know who has. Well, as an owner up, like shout out Deco. I see you with that Peterbilt. But we already know who has their trucks coming, who has a new truck, or who's having problems with their truck. Or like, well, it's nothing bad or that I see that it's bad, but it's like it's some sort of entertainment to us. Yeah, you know, like that way we don't like relatable. We have some exactly we have community. Something to talk about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the father-in-law, the baby girls, the woman. You sound blessed. So
yes, of course. Well, I remember you posted something about when you have something that has no value, that's when you're the richest, right? So that really
you can't put like a price to
exactly. Yeah. Something along those lines, but that you're very right about that. Like my family, I spent a lot of time with my family. My girl, even though they get a little annoying sometimes, you know.
Same,
but
I agree. Yeah.
You know, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, still love them though.
Yeah, of course.
But okay, let's go into the childhood. Do you mind?
No. Look,
what was the childhood like for Cuco?
If my eye starts twitching, bro, just
you got something in your eye.
You know, just I'm not crying, bro. I'm just allergic to this mic. You know? Yeah. I grew up.
It does have a lot of spit on it from all the guests. So you might. Got it.
I don't know. You know? No. I grew up a single child to a single mother. We went through a lot of hardships. You would think that made our bond a little bit stronger, but she was always working, and I don't blame her. I have nothing against my mom. You know, she's my mom. I respect her. It's just we never had that tight knit. You know, like where do I start? So like I said, I was only child. Don't have any siblings. She claims I do through my dad's side, but I haven't met him. So to this day,
you're open to meeting them,
of course. But I'm not the type to hit him up and be like, "Hey, I'm your brother," or, you know, like, because you don't know his side of the story, or you don't know what he told them. You know, I don't want to be that bastard child that it's a surprise. And plus, he passed away when I was like maybe 14, so I don't want to be that surprise. You're here in mid 40s and. I have a brother, you know, like, I don't want to be that, you know. So, we went through a lot. My mom, she sews clothes for a living. She's a garment worker. So.
Sews clothes, not sells clothes.
Yeah, she makes it.
Oh, okay.
You know? So, yeah, she's a garment worker. So, she was always in and out factories. She never had like a stable job, but she always fed us, you know.
And those LA factory jobs, like the production and shit like that,
Right.
There's always work, huh?
I was always in there, bro. That was my childhood, you know, because every Saturday she would work. She would work Saturday, Sunday, like half days. Excuse me, like half days. So I grew up in those factories, you know. But like I said, it was just we never formed that bond. I feel like maybe she saw me as baggage or something. I don't know. Something my therapist told me.
Yeah, just the way you perceive, the way you see it.
Right. She told me there's always like two sides to a story and the truth, you know. So I was a kid, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I was mature and I know what she was doing, because I really wasn't, you know. I was a kid, you know. I grew up, but
and people think that like because you're only child, you get all the attention.
Never.
Like,
well,
now you're like, at least you get all the attention.
Right. Not the way I lived it, you know. Yeah. Like I said, my dad wasn't around. My mom, she would do enough to feed us, pay the rent, keep the lights on, type shit, you know. But when I got to high school, not even high school, like maybe late middle school, I started hanging with the wrong crowd and, you know, painting stuff I shouldn't be painting, and you know, one thing led to another, where I would get to the house like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I remember one time I was on a fucking sequin. On a sequin. Fucking, I came home and she was leaving for work. It was the most awkwardest shit ever, bro.
Whoa.
I was like, what's up? You know, and she was leaving and she just like looked at me with the like your disappointment stare, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, it is what it is, you know. But
I'm disappointed right now that you're not speaking into the mic.
You know, I'm sorry. So
we'll explain the quack later.
You know, so yeah. So that's something that's been heavy on my mind and on my, you know, something I gotta live with, you know. But yeah, fucking I went through a lot, bro. I remember when I was 16, I want to say, I was in high school. I had to get a job because I had to help with the rent. I had to help with the bills because nobody was helping, you know. We went without light, and I'm not going to lie to you. We went without lights, electricity, plug-in, right? No TV, no internet, no. We went without lights for 11 months.
11 months.
11 months. No light, no nothing. We would get home, candles. You know, I would charge my phone, like I would go to Burger King and shit. Like I would charge my phone and shit. But it's some things that you live with, you have to live through because you don't want to live them again. You know, like because of that, I know I need to pay my bills. You know, I know the consequence. I lived the consequence. You know, now I know if I don't pay my light bill, no more light. You know, if I don't pay my phone bill, no more phone. You know, so it's some shit that I'm not sour about, but I know I had to live through it.
And that pushes you, right?
Correct. Because I don't want my children to go through it. You know?
You think that tops like the hardships of your life, like one of the most vivid ones, the going without light.
That has to be the top one, yeah. Because that's something that I carry, and that's something that I'm like, no, my kids can't go through that. You know, like I can be broke as fuck. I can have $1 to my name, but as long as my rent is paid, my lights are paid, my car is paid, I'm good, bro. We have food on the table. I'm good.
That's not really broke, right?
No.
Because I would feel like that. Like you get disappointed sometimes. When I'm speaking for myself, it's like you're not really broke then, as long as you're providing.
Right.
If you're broke after providing, are you really broke then?
No, because you did your job. You did you work for
the rest
bills.
Is just icing on the cake. If you're blessed with more, then so be it.
Exactly.
Just build on that.
My daughters have their clothes on their back. Their tummies are full. If I haven't ate, bro, as long as they eat, I'm the happiest guy ever.
Nah, you gotta share at least a little bite.
Give
me one of those nuggets.
that tax, you know, that tax be coming in, you know.
There you go.
But no, yeah, that's something that I live with, and that's something that's another thing that wakes me up in the morning, like, you know. And I say morning like like waking up at 1 p.m. is fucking morning, but I work night shifts, so
Okay, that's your morning.
yeah, you know, so I'm home like usually 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So my girl is very like
That's a hard shift.
It is, but it
you
isn't.
sleep when they're at home because you're home with them, but you're sleeping when.
No,
Unless
they're not
they
home.
wake your ass up.
They're not home.
Oh no.
They're at school.
Ah.
You know, so
Okay.
by the time that I wake up, they're coming out of school, and I'm getting out that door. You know, so but
All right.
it's the summers that hit me. The summers is like they'll barge into the room. They don't care, bro. They're like the little tenants, brother. Can I use your phone?
Oh, you're home.
You know,
okay,
yeah,
you're home.
Also, y'all can sleep till 1. You know, like you know, and I'm like, oh, bro, like you know, but no, yeah, fucking, that's something that gets me going. That gives me that energy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Look, man, my therapist said that I have to let it out because it'll bottle it, and I'll start crying out of nowhere, bro. No,
Is there anything you would have wanted to say to your father before he passed away? Did you get to talk to him?
Something that I would like to say to him. I never thought about that question, but I don't blame him. I don't have anything against him, but I don't know if it makes sense because a lot of people grew up with their fathers and they can't imagine their life without them, and I just have no
Like that Tupac lyrics. He passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger.
There you go.
But you don't have anger.
I'm
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just saying that scenario. Like,
right. It's something like that.
Yeah.
But I have no remorse towards him. I have no anger towards him, or I don't. I can't show emotion because there's no emotion there. So when you ask me that question, it's like I'm asking a stranger something. You know.
Oh shit.
You know, what am I supposed to relate with you for? You know.
It is what it is.
Exactly. You know, you gave me your last name, bro,
Yeah.
but I'm keeping it going.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make it better. But I just don't know. I can't. It's like me asking you, hey, what's over your tats? You know,
I forgot I was high as fuck.
You know, I don't know you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck, like. But I can't really answer that question.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's fucking to this
But
day.
if it could give him peace of mind, if that, I don't know, your beliefs are on the afterlife, or you know how some people are like, oh, you gotta forgive para que puedan cruzar, or whatever they call it, like, so they could carry on. You gotta forgive them, or not, you know what I mean? Have you heard of anything like that?
Yeah, but there's nothing that he's done to me for me to forgive.
Ah, okay.
You know, like that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
You know, like he had his reasons to leave, or as my mom has put it, like he left because he wanted to, you know, and that's his choice, that's his prerogative. But I'm not gonna sit here and shame you for it. Life has taught me that no matter what you've gone through, what's in front of you is more important.
Yeah.
You know, like he left, he had his reasons, cool. If I were to ever meet him, or if I go to the afterlife and hey, I'm your dad, cool, what's up? How you been? Like, let's catch up, you know. But I have nothing against him. I used to as a teenager, like, why'd you leave us? Like, what did she have that my mom didn't have? Like, why we had a family type shit. But you grow up and you mature, you start seeing things how they are, and
then you're adulting.
Exactly. But one thing is that when my girl was pregnant, I couldn't fathom. I couldn't leave. I can't. Everybody expected me to be my dad, and everybody expected me to. Oh, he's gonna leave. He doesn't know how to be a father, and like, my mom said that. You know, so it's like, I can't stand the fact, like the thought of leaving my children. You know, so like I said, he had his reasons, and God forgive him, and he's already been judged, bro. I can't judge him. You know. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, maybe like one thing is that I would ask him is, did you ever try? Did you ever try to see me? You know, that my mom probably kept away from, or like kept me away, like to
Maybe
hurt his feelings.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what they went through. I don't know their relationship. My mom is very old school. My
Reserved,
mom,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like I don't want to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing, you know. So I won't get no answers from her, you know. And every time my cousin, my cousins talk to me about him, or there's been random places, bro. I'm gonna tell you this story.
Yeah.
So I used to work at LAX, right? I used to work at LAX. I used to do cargo. CSR. I used to be those assholes in the office that would tell you, go park on door 5. No, you know what? Go park on door 7.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this guy that he would always come every day, because he had not him, but his company had a contract with the airline. So it would be every day that we'd see him, right? So it would be, there was one time, and I'm getting fucking chills, but there was one time that he came and, oh, what's up, Carlos? How you doing? Oh, we're good. Serving them up, cool, go to door 5, they'll have your shit ready. All right, see you tomorrow. Oh, I'm not coming tomorrow, I'm going to Mexico. Oh, what part of Mexico are you from? You know, like little conversation. Oh, I'm from Nayarit. That's where shout out Nayarit, shout out Coras. That's where my mom and my parents are from. And I'm like, oh shit, my parents are from there. And he's like, oh yeah, what part? So got to talking. Long story short, he knows my dad. He knows my dad and he knows my mom. My mom used to be a teacher in Mexico, and she used to do accountability, like type shit. So my mom's name is like known out there, you know. Oh, your dad's Coco? Your dad? You're for real? That's your dad? And I'm like, you know my dad? Like, you know, like, what do you know about him? Oh, well, I know him and his brothers were trouble, you know. And I'm like, so I got excited with that information. And I ran to my mom that night and I was like, hey, I met this dude and he told me that my uncles and my dad, they used to run amok in Mexico, you know. Who told you that? Don't ask about your dad. Don't like. She got really triggered at the fact that I knew something. Exactly, that I knew something about my dad. And it's like, I stood back and I looked at her like, what's the problem? Like he's my dad. I was 23 at the time, maybe. And she was treating me like I was 10. So, you know, so I was like, yeah, you know, I'm not going to tell her any, you know? So, so that he came back and he brought these little pan duro. It's like little donut holes. They look like little donut holes, but they're like really like rock hard. I don't know how they make them, but it's bread, and they usually put them in coffee or chocolate so it can soak up and you eat them or whatever.
Sounds good.
it's a tradition, you know. I don't know if they do it a lot over there.
Yeah.
And he brought that, and he brought me camarón seco, dried shrimp.
Oh, okay.
I took those to my mom. The first thing she asked me, did you ask about your dad? I'm like, no, you told me not to. But I lied to her. I told her I didn't. But he told me that my uncles used to run amok, and my dad was notorious for being a mujeriego. So I found out that my dad had a previous marriage before my mom, right? So my mom was kind of like the side chick. You know, so my grandma. And
you said she's old school, so she was not gonna feel comfortable talking about that.
Exactly. Okay. So my grandma hated her. My dad's mom hated her because apparently she broke up a marriage or whatever. Oh, so shit. Yeah. So that's where I found out that I had two older sisters. Right. Never met them. Like I said, never met them. I don't have intention to. But that's why I found out I had two sisters. He told me that, and ever since, like, I saw him once or twice, and he never showed up again. I don't know what happened to him. And it's like some people were put in your life for a reason, you know. What
are the odds?
Exactly. Yeah. Working where I was working, I talk to everybody. I'm very, unless you do me wrong, I have nothing against you. You're cool, you know. I talk to everybody, you know. And it's just, for being like that, is that I found the information about, like, I was tripping out, bro. I was 23. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's how I found out.
Hey, so you're a kind writer. I don't think you're a violent writer. Kind.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that. Nah, yeah. Fuck it. I'm kind. I'm modest. I'm.
You don't go looking for it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But
fucking family, man. We don't got time to be fucking around. with
Right,
stupid
but
shit.
then again, don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
You know, I've been through shit. I used to have anger issues. I used to run the streets. I got jumped a couple times. I got shot at. It's a product of our environment. You know, like we live where we live and we do what we do. You know, but at the end of the day, you have to mature. You know, so that's where I took it. Like, all right, like it's time to step it up, you know?
Yeah, see the bigger picture, exactly. Long term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you really want to be growing up?
This question. Believe it or not, I wanted to be a lawyer. I always told my mom when I was little, I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna be a lawyer. And it was always okay.
You know what made you like?
So, in the hood in South Central, office job, you made it. You have an office job. You're somebody. You made it. You know,
that represented success back then.
Correct. So you wear a suit and tie to work. You made it, bro. You know.
Way opposite of today. Now you got Ryan's toy review. Some kid fucking playing with.
Bro, that kid is
making more than all of us.
Oh my god, that kid is wild, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wasn't really into the books. I wasn't. I was smart, like I was, because I'm not anymore. I was you know, but I always wanted to be a lawyer. It never turned out. I didn't have the commitment that I do now. You know, excuse me. That commitment is what I was lacking. You know, but that's why I never became a lawyer. You know, or else I'd be fighting criminals and putting bad guys in jail.
Did you watch Better Call Saul?
No, I didn't. But I was a very big
Judge Judy.
No, what's that show?
Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order. You go.
That's fucking sound, bro. Like,
the bass, you know. That was my show back then, you know. There was this episode where I'll never forget it. Some kid, they killed his mom in front of him, and they were gonna put him on the stand, and they told the kid, "Don't cry. Whatever you do, don't cry." You know. And the kid went on there. First thing he did was cried, you know. You know. And then,
what was the strategy behind "Don't cry"?
So the prosecutor objected. The lawyer instructed him to cry, and the judge asked the kid, "What did the lawyer tell you?" He was like, "He told me not to cry, and I'm crying, so I disappointed him too." And
so they played it out. They knew he was gonna cry.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, one of those lawyerings, you know. Like, we got him with that one, you know. Type. So that scene, I was like, damn, that's cool, you know. Yeah. How did he know he was gonna cry, you know? Yeah. But then again, he's a kid, you know. He was an actor, you know. But that's my childhood.
You saw the art to it, like.
Yeah, exactly. It was like little strategies that I didn't know existed, you know.
How did you? So ultimately, you ended up in trucking. So how did you end up in trucking? Wait, no, Metro. Let's talk about Metro.
Metro, like, you know what? Let me start off with my resume.
All right.
So, like, I've been a dishwasher. I've been a line cook. I've been a warehouse sweeper. I've been a toilet cleaner. I've done deliveries. I've done office jobs. Nothing excites me as much as this, bro. I tell my girl this every day. It's the adrenaline of this. I used to, like I said, wash dishes. That was my I hate if there is a hell, that's my hell, bro. Washing those fucking dishes on a Saturday morning when everybody's at the fucking restaurant eating their fucking breakfast and you're just there fucking washing. They don't stop coming. It doesn't stop coming, bro. I used to get to the restaurant like maybe at 6, like almost 6. I used to wash the dishes for the cooks. I used to wash the grills for the cooks. They used to come, did their thing, you know, prep or whatever. They used to come throw the pots and pans and shit, and then the service would start. and fuck, like, I did not know how much food we wasted until I had that job. I used to throw out tons and tons and tons of food that people just leave on their plate. If you're not going to eat your food, or if you know that you're ordering too much food, please don't order it. Or just, like, please just, like, I know you're paying for it, but it's just a waste of food, So, I used to have that job. Then I went to sweep warehouses. It was like, they used to do, like, flower arrangements for, like, Ralph's and, like, Vaughn's and shit. I used to sweep warehouses. Then I landed that job at LAX. That was a customer service job. Mm-hmm. So I was behind the desk. I was helping out drivers or whatever.
Hello, how can I help you?
Right. I was there for 3 years. 3 years, going on 4. That's where I met my girl, actually, So...
That's a very special place.
Very
that
special.
Guy that insight on your father, met your girl.
Right. It gave me a lot.
Crazy. Shout out at LAX.
LAX, hey, WFS, hold on. I'm not shutting you out. But, I worked at LAX. I worked up. I was a regular service agent, and then I became a lead agent. And then from there, I went to airline advisor. So whatever the airline needed, I know there's holds at the port, like they'll hold a container and shit, and they'll inspect the order. So that's the same shit at LAX, just that it's loose cargo.
Okay.
Right. So it's loose cargo. CBP will come check it or whatever. So I would handle that, say like that guy Carlos, he had a contract, right? But he had maybe 2 or 3 pallets of the pallets full of cargo, and the airline was like, serve him first. I want him out of here before a certain time. All right, cool. Everybody else got stuck. Why? Because he had a contract, and he had you can say a subscription, to the airline, and he had special treatment. So I would get a lot of shit, a lot of it. Hey, why he came after me? Why the fuck is he getting his shit first? Or, so I went from airline advisor to lead, and then I applied for the supervisor position, and they rejected me. That shit just shattered me. It killed my motivation. It killed my ego. I would wake up dragging my feet. I would go in at 7. I would leave at 3. It would be times where I would wake up at 6:30. I would have enough time to get there, and I'd be hey, I can't go in right now. The bullshit excuse, It killed me.
You think it affected you that you put yourself in a position before you even had it, so therefore it made the current position look less than mentally?
Well, you strive to be something.
Yeah.
And you think you're ready for it, and they tell you you're not. You're not ready. And it's like, you could say it's some type of ego that you have towards it, because the supervisor that they hired, I trained.
Oh, that's what made it a little burn.
Exactly. So
then, if you had what it takes to train him, why couldn't you be
3 letters, bro? LAX. If you're not fucking somebody there, or know somebody there, or somebody's your relative, that's your. If you don't know anybody or fucking you don't get nothing there.
So you got a little taste of corporate.
Right. Exactly. So
it ain't who you know; it's who you.
Yeah. We'll just bleep that out.
Sometimes, right?
So and then.
Damn, how many jobs did you have, bro?
I'm telling you, I jumped a lot of jobs.
We're at least on number 10 already, I think.
No, something like that. I used to work at Kmart. Remember Kmart?
Shout out Claire for putting all that green on that table. Look at your hand.
Oh.
You can blame Claire. She got excited with the green right there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my bad. Moving on.
Damn, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna go wash my. No, yeah. So I used to work at Kmart. That was my first job. Kmart. My first job was Kmart. So back to the LAX thing. So that happened. Then COVID hit, and then they started laying people off. Bro, I felt it. I already knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You know, so I had already called off a lot. There was a week that I only went to work maybe like 2 days. You know, because I didn't want to be there. You know, I just didn't want to be there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so they called me up, and I was like, I already know. I had came back from Vegas that weekend, and I gave the supervisor, the one that I trained, I gave him number one boss, a number one boss keychain that I had bought in Vegas, you know, and I had given it to him. And he was like, "All right, cool," but he didn't dap me up. He didn't say hi to me like he used to. So I was like, something's up, you know. And around lunchtime, I was like about to go clock out for lunch. He calls me. But he never calls me. He never called me on my phone. He always saw me at the office. Hey, come in. So he called me. And he's like, "Hey, Bryan, can you come upstairs real quick?" I was like, "All right," you know. So then I was walking up the stairs. I was like, I already know what's going to happen. You know, I was already mentally prepared.
Low key, you wanted it.
Yeah. Like, it's... I'd rather get fired than quit.
Yeah.
You know, because at least I have benefits. You know, I reaped from those benefits. So let me get to that. So I got to the office that they called me up to, and they sat me down. They're like, "Hey, so we're facing some cuts, and you know, we told you about your attendance, and you know, we told you about your attendance, and you haven't been complying. You called off 4 days one time in a row." I was like, "Yeah, man, I had an emergency." And he was like, "Come on, man, don't bullshit me." He's like, "I know you were in Vegas." I was like, "Yeah, I had an emergency in Vegas, man. What do you want me to do?" You know? So I was still playing it off, you know? He's like, "Yeah, well, we're going to have to let you go." And I was like, "All right, cool. I'm going to need my check." I was like, "I need my check. I'm not signing anything. You're letting me go because you're letting me go. I'm not signing you any papers. I need my check." "Oh, I can't give you your check until you sign this paper." I was like, "I'm not signing it." I was like, "We're going to be here all day. I'm not signing it." He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm serious. You want me to call my lawyer?" I don't have a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer, but, you know, I pulled that. I was like, "You want me to call my lawyer? We can call my lawyer. We stay here all day." "Oh, no, I don't want that." He gave me the check. He's like, "You need to sign this." I was like, "I'm not going to sign it, bro. Because I don't know what that says."
You didn't read all of it.
Exactly. What if it says that I'm resigning? I'm not resigning. You're firing me. And then he was like, "No, it's just a confidential thing." I was like, "I'm not signing it." So I got up, I got my check. I was like, "I'll see you later." You know? I got in my car, bro. I remember my girl was pregnant at the time. I was just like, fuck, what am I going to do now? You know? And my girl was like, "You should get on EDD." And I'm like, "No, but they fired me. And they had probable cause. Like, they fired me for attendance, according to them." And my girl was like, "They don't care. As long as you got fired." I was like, "Man, watch. I'm applying. They're going to deny me." I applied, and they approved me. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was making the same I was making every 2 weeks by not doing shit. So I was cool. A month went by, and I got bored. I was like, what the fuck do I do? So then I remember AB Abner. That's when my boy comes in, you know? And he told me, I remember him telling me, he's like, go to Hub City, bro. You're on EDD. They'll help you get your Class A. Bullshit, bro. They'll probably pay half of it, but, you know? He's like, "No, I swear, they'll pay all of it." All right, cool. So I applied. I went. "Oh, why do you want to be a trucker?" "I like driving," you know? And they a little bullshit interview, a little questionnaire or whatever. All right, cool. Choose a school. Choose 2 schools. And whichever one approves the program is the one that you're going to go to. Abner went to Dolphin Trucking, so I was like, I'm going to go there, you know? Because I had friends. Well, I had Abner that had gone there. I was like, so I'm going to go there. So I hit him up. I was like, I'm part of this program. I want to get my Class A. And I just need an approval. I need a rate. I need approval. Bam.
What's up?
You know, what's up, you know? So they were like, "Oh, that program? For sure. Come in, you know? Come sign some papers."
Of course. If you're going to get paid in full, what the fuck?
Exactly, you know? So
Bryan, how are you, buddy?
Dude, so I had called before the program, and I had tried to find out information. Yeah. And the guy told me, he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's $2,500, 40 hours, and we help you get your permit." Cool, you know? So I called them back with the program. I went in, and they were like, "Oh, you're with that program with Hub City, huh? $4,500. And I was like, all right, bro, whatever, put it on paper. And then they put it on paper. I took it back to the program. They cut me a check, and I took it back. I remember it was a Friday. I cut it was a Thursday, actually, because that Friday I went to Vegas. So that Thursday I went. I'm in Vegas a lot. Don't ask. But
a lot of emergencies.
A lot of emergencies. Yeah. So I remember I went. I gave them the check, and they're like, "Okay, cool. You start on Monday." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I couldn't believe it, bro. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was something that I had strived for. I had looked into, because I used to drive for Metro. That's a different topic. But
yeah.
Don't drive Metro, bro. If you guys get your Class B and you guys go to you guys just know that passengers don't listen. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Passengers don't listen.
When you went to the Dolphin, you went there to get the Class B there?
No,
or you
already
had.
So Metro had already gave me the Class B. So I was doing Metro and LAX at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Because Metro, when you get hired part time only.
Okay.
So you have to do part time for a year,
and
then after a year they'll promote you to full time because of seniority and all the legal type shit.
Yeah.
But at the moment I was living in Hawthorne. I had $1,200 rent. I had a $700 car note. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it on part-time, So unknowing to them, I was still working at LAX. Somehow they found out. They found out that I was working 2 jobs, and they gave me an ultimatum, which was kind of easy to me. You either leave your full-time job to come work this part-time job, or you leave this part-time job and keep working at your full-time job. What do you do? You have all these bills. I'm not going to... I would have been stupid as... So they gave me the ultimatum. So that's how I got my Class B. But I was still at LAX.
Okay.
So all of that shit happened. I went to Dolphin.
Yahweh.
Yeah,
hitting the table, man.
So I went to Dolphin, and I went through all that process during COVID. I got my permit within the first week that I got there. And at that time, Cali was like, Cali was my president, VR, was shout out Cali. He told me, he's like, get your permit, bro, and you can come work for me and make a little bit of money, but it's not going to be the best money, but you're going to be making, you're going to
in the game.
Yeah.
Get your foot in the door.
Right. So I was working $300 a week with my permit, and the first week, I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle. I didn't know how to drive standard, so that really hurt me. There was this driver, I remember, that he was training me, and I was grinding the gears, bro.
We all been there.
Yeah, and he's like, get out. He had no patience, bro.
Oh.
He had no patience. And then I told Callie, I was like, hey, he doesn't like me, bro. Like he doesn't like me. He doesn't want to teach me anything. And he was like, all right, we're going to put you with somebody else. So that girl driver...
Hold up. This is during training, right? Or this is at the job?
This is... I'm telling you.
I got lost. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You're still at the Dolphin part?
I'm still at...
You're training?
Right. So I'm still at Dolphin.
Yeah.
I had my permit. I was working at Next Gen. And I was working in the morning, and I would go to school at night. Because I still had to get money... I still had to pay rent, even though I had the EDD. But I hope IRS isn't watching. But
just add allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So, So I was going through all of that, and I had my permit. And the first week of school, I got my permit. The second week, it was going smooth. They were showing me the pre-trip. They were showing me how things work. I was already in the truck. I was doing, I forgot what they called them. The straight backs, where you just pull forward and keep it steady going back. I was just doing that all day.
It's not alley docks, right?
No, the alley dock. Yeah, the alley docks is where you come in at an angle. Yeah, the parallels, I hated the fuck. Yeah. Oh my god. So the straight backs, I would go front back all night, just front back, And then I was getting good, and then one of the teachers got COVID. So they shut that shit down. Bam, 2 weeks.
Mm.
No, and it was like around like maybe November. Bam, no school. So all I was doing was working. You know, that's where I got most of my experience. It was just like real world shit.
Yeah.
So, bam, they shut that school down. They had put me with this other instructor, with another driver. Bro, she put me on the freeway the first day.
Hit the ground running.
Yeah. She was like,
Do
if
this.
you're gonna do something, you got to do it right, and you can't be scared. You know, she's like, I'll tell you, I'll sit here and I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. I was like, don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what to do. I was like, I don't need to know what I'm doing wrong, because I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
She was like, all right, cool. If you want it like that, cool. So, something that I took me a long time was that nail, the range selector. I would stall like a motherfucker, bro. I would stall like a motherfucker, and
That would throw you off when it's time to do that.
right. So like stop and go traffic.
Yeah.
You stop, and I didn't know.
Yeah,
Like,
downshifting alone and then remembering.
Yeah, but I would
if
put
you were
it
high, low.
Right, but so I would be like maybe in seventh, and I would drop it, thinking that I dropped the nail. I would put it back in first, in low gear, right? And then I would let go of the clutch, boom, you know, shut down, you know, and it's like, what the fuck? She's like, that nail, you know. So it came to a point where she would smack my hand, like she would smack me. She'd be like, that fucking nail, and I'm like, oh shit, bam. And then so I knew that if I went down and she raised her hand, I already knew. I'm like, she's gonna fucking smack me, you know, the nail, you know, the nail, you know. So, and then that's how I got the nail down, you know, and that's how I learned real world stuff. I didn't learn in a yard. By the time I got to do on the road or on the street driving at the school, I was the one with most experience.
More hands on.
Right. They didn't.
It was not scary to you anymore.
Right. So I didn't have as much back of the wheel time in the school, because they noticed. They were like, oh, this motherfucker knows how to drive. He doesn't need to go to the road. You know. So what I used the school for the most was the alley docking, the practicing, the pre-trip. That's what I used the school for the most, you know, because other than that, I know how to drive. And the first time I took my test, it's fucking funny.
Here, hit the book.
Bro.
Oh, it didn't help.
You know? So the first time that I took my test,
that's like
the first time I took the test was I passed everything. I passed the pre-trip. I passed the alley dock. They gave me alley dock, driver's side alley dock. So that was the easiest thing for me, right? I passed that, and I failed the driving.
Oh, what the fuck?
Exactly. That's what they said. The instructor was like, what the fuck? Like, you're the best driver in my class. How the fuck did you fail that? And
what you do wrong?
The double clutching, bro. I was trying to double clutch. I was doing too much.
Oh, okay.
Because they had told me, they were like, you need to double clutch. Need to double clutch. And I got in there thinking like, fuck, I need a double clutch. But I wasn't trained like that. To this day, I float the gears.
Yeah.
You know? And that's how I was trained. So that's why I failed, because I kept trying to fucking double clutch, you know? And I was double clutching, grinding the gears, trying to do this extra shit, you know?
Yeah.
So then I remember the second time that I took the test, the instructor was like, I don't care what you do, just keep us safe. He's like, just keep us safe. If you do something that I feel is going to
jeopardize.
Yeah, I'm stopping it. I was like, cool. So, but he didn't tell me nothing about the double clutching.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck. So I was still nervous. So we got out the DMV, made a right there on Compton, and I was trying to double clutch, and we got to a red light, and he's like, I should fail you for what you did back there. He's like, I'm gonna tell you again, and if I tell you, I'm not gonna tell you again. If you do something that I feel is gonna jeopardize my safety, I'm gonna stop it. I was like, so do I double clutch? I asked him straight up like that. He's like, I don't care what you do, as long as it doesn't jeopardize my safety, I don't care. I was like,
oh,
all right.
Say less.
You know, so that's when I got in my groove, bro. I started floating gears, you know. I started driving, you know. And something that Metro taught me was they were very big on the clearance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Alright.
school never mentioned this.
Yeah.
School never mentioned this to me. But I knew it because of Metro.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to that little. We got off the freeway right there on 190th and did that little left turn. I don't know if you guys have been to that DMV. You guys know. So there's you go under this bridge, under the freeway or whatever, and there's a clearance sign, but it's hidden.
Oh shit!
It's hidden right on the top corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I glanced at it, but I didn't call it out. I glanced at it, and we had cleared the bridge. We were already on the side. And he was like, "What was that clearance on that bridge?" I was like 15 feet and 2 inches. He was like, "All right." That's all he needed, you know.
Like, oh, this motherfucker's shifting.
You know? So I got in, and he wasn't saying shit. I'm like, fuck, I failed, you know. He's like, he signed my shit. He's like, hey, there you go, you passed. And I'm like, for real? I you know, I was so excited, and that's how I got my shit. That's how. And then that first day, they gave me the paper, and that first day, the yard was down the street. The yard was on Avalon and Rosecrans, almost like 135th type. So down the street from the
Gardena one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've been to that yard.
I have.
Yeah, the yard with the containers as the building.
Oh yeah, we've been there.
Yeah. So that's
we were training the drivers for the Port Pro app.
Oh, shout out Port Pro.
Port Pro.
You know? So yeah, so that was my yard. So I remember I got home. I was excited. My girl shared my excitement. Her mom shared my excitement. Her dad shared. I called her dad. I was like, hey, I got it. He was like, all right, cool. That's what's up. You know, like, let's get going. So I remember my girl was like, so you're going to work? And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? I want to go, you know? I want to go. And that's how I got it. That's how I got in. And that first day, and I took off from there, bro. And I haven't stopped since then.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
How soon did you get the job then?
Bro, I already had the job. I already had the job with the training. I was doing the training. The reason they were training me with deliveries was because I had the permit, you know, and I couldn't go into the ports because I was still lacking my I had my TWIC card, but they didn't want to send me in to risk my license because I still hadn't had my license yet. You get it?
Yeah.
So I was doing deliveries. I remember I ran to Palm Desert. It was, oh my God. I just don't like deliveries, bro.
You don't like long drives?
No,
unless it's in the Mopar or no car.
Right, right. If I'm not in my car, bro, that seat is
it's a different vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Strictly drop and hook. I drop the container, pick up an empty, and I'm out. You know, I don't like waiting there.
Was Palm Desert that scenario?
Yeah, so Palm Desert, we got there, and I got there, and the guy was like, "Oh, wait for me here," because it was like a construction site, so you had to meet up with.
Man, there's the unpredictable ones.
You don't know
what the fuck to expect.
So, you have to meet the security guard in the corner, and they were like, "Oh, we'll tell you when to go in." I was there for like maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
Waiting for this motherfucker to tell me to go in. You know? And he finally told me, he's like, all right, go in. You're going to go straight to the left, whatever, bullshit. And I was like, cool, I'm going to drop this container, you know? And I'm driving, and I'm like, where the fuck are the containers? You know, there's no containers. And then that's when some guy told me, like, stop. So I stopped. I was like, what the fuck? I lowered the window. He's like, let me see the BOL. I was like, I gave it to him, and he was like, all right, I'm out. He's like, pull your brakes, turn off your truck. I was like, what the fuck?
It's hot.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? We're in the middle of the fucking desert. So they opened the container, and they started taking out what they needed to take out. Bam, they took it out, they emptied it, they closed it up, and he signed the BOL and gave it to me. He was like, all right, you're good to go. And I was like, I'm not doing this shit, bro. I'm not doing this shit, bro. Like, just right there, just to deliver, I wasted like maybe 4 hours.
Plus the drive.
Plus the drive, bro. The drive was like another 3 hours. You know?
Burning the empty.
You
got lucky. You went to the back.
I did. Yeah, I went back to the yard. I went back to the yard because the delivery drivers don't go into the ports. That's how they work.
Yeah.
You know, so the port drivers are port.
Flow.
Right, port drivers are port drivers, and delivery drivers are delivery drivers, and that's how they worked, which is cool. I have no complaints about that. But that's when I was like, strictly drop and hook. I want to be a port driver. I'm not made for this delivery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of dudes. Lamar, I see you, boy.
Yeah.
They get stuck. They get stuck
Yeah.
delivering, and that's cool, but nah, it's not for me, bro. My suegro, he works hourly, so he can sit in the port all day, not bring nothing back, and he still gets paid, But it's that chucho mentality. Shout out chuchos.
Yeah,
that
chucho.
that chucho
Train to
mentality.
go.
There you go. So it's that chucho mentality that I was brought up with and I was trained with, and
You were trained to go.
I was trained to go. There you go, So it was that mentality, and I still have that mentality now. Like I get anxious, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I can't.
You're
sit.
my most active guest, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the mic, like.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, chill.
Como dicen, está de moda ahorita say that was sus.
Sus, bro. That shit fucking. So
Hey, but let me find out that they're gonna drop you from Violent Writers when they see that clip.
bro, you better not clip that. You don't clip that.
Nah.
Bro,
If they see it, they see it. There's gonna be a hidden.
Bro, that group chat is gonna be lit. They're gonna roast the fuck out of me. So
¿Qué hubo, Cuco? ¿Qué pasó, pues?
chill, Cuco, porque hey yo, chill, bro,
Yeah.
Quack.
Oh yeah, to the quack. So in the DM, he said he was quacking excited, right? Or quack, ducking.
There you go. There you go. Stupid ass autocorrect.
Yeah, ducking excited. So I'm like, you better quack for us on the show.
Quack, quack. I don't know how to quack, bro. I can't do it.
Oh, that was a burp.
That to me that sounds
That sounds like a queef.
It really does. It really does. It sounds more like a pig to me though. It sounds like I don't know, bro. I don't know how to quack.
A pig would be more like.
The ground is low has that shit. Yeah, that's that. I don't know how to quack, bro.
All right.
I tried.
Yeah. So that's that. I think I don't know how we okay.
We're all over the place,
yeah,
huh?
Let's see.
That's my fault. I'm fucking all over the place. I'm just excited to be here, bro. It's a different vibe in this room. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking sick.
We're not cooking up as bad as I thought.
Oh no, I'm telling you, it's nice in here, bro.
Yeah.
It's that big Port Pro sweater.
Yeah.
You know? Shout out Port Pro.
How to say
She.
But yeah, no, we're not. Before, shout out to the sponsor.
That's right.
If they could fix this AC, they would. But the way the building is structured, it's interesting. We get the AC blowing. I found this out by accident. When neighbors turn it on, that's when we get AC. Apparently, this whole building was like one piece at some point, and now there's like 3 offices in it.
Oh, so you guys got lucky.
But yeah, so.
Let me find out you broke down that wall, bro. And you made.
Vecino, prende el aire, güey.
Prende el aire.
But that's crazy, that it works when the neighbor turns it on. So,
hey,
yeah.
man. Fucking neighborly love right there, right?
We're thriving.
So, I don't think they're here.
And I'm wearing the hoodie. I don't know. Fat boy issues, I guess. I love wearing hoodies.
Bro, I don't know how you're wearing that, bro. It's fucking, that's some Cali shit right there. Fucking.
So, what's your favorito thing about the industry?
I have a lot.
Should I say ports or industry in general? Let's say industry.
About the industry and just in general, I think you've said it before. Like I can wear what I want. There's no clocking times here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a slave to the clock. Like I told you, I can't. When I was working at LAX, I had all these responsibilities, and I'm not saying I don't now, but I was scared. Like I'm telling you, like I was scared to drop. If they wouldn't have fired me, bro, if they wouldn't have fired me, I don't know how I would have got out of there. Probably my girl would have pushed me to get out. But I was scared, bro. Yeah. I was a slave to the clock. I was I would go clock in. If I didn't clock in a day, I know I miss, But that's what I love about this. Like I don't have to clock in, Esteban texts me. He'll be like, "Hey, the truck's ready." All right, cool. 1 p.m., 2 p.m. I have my night gate at 6. You know, I make my own schedule, bro. If I have my night gate at 6, I know I have maybe till 4 to get to the yard, find it empty, and get out of there. You know, that way I get to the port at 5, you know, and get in and out, you know?
Yeah.
Or if I have a night gate at 7, I have an extra hour. You know, I that's what I love about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if, for example, I'm not feeling good today, or if I'm not feeling it, or... Because you can't lie. It's about motivation as well. You know, if you're not motivated to do this, you're not gonna do it because, you know.
Yeah, if you're having a bad day, sometimes if you have the option to say no that day, I found out that I'd rather not show up.
Right.
Because the day will go by very slow.
Exactly.
And everything will bother me, and everything will just like a chain of unfortunate events.
Exactly. It's like you call the bad vibes.
Yeah.
You know, and you bring those bad vibes. And if you're lazy, I'm not saying that you could do this every day, because I've had those lazy days where my girl's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get up, let's go."
Oh, double-edged sword. Like,
yeah.
You got to push yourself too.
No,
right?
no, because that'll call me lazy. You know, I'm not. I don't think I'm lazy. Babe, am I lazy? Well, we'll answer that. So
you like to rest, maybe?
Yeah, I like to rest. I like to rest more than usual, more than others. But I like to rest, you know. So that's something I like. Like if I wake up one day and I'm like, I don't feel like going in today, or my girl's like, "Hey, can you stay? I need extra help in the house today," or "We need to go do these errands," or you know, it gives me the option. Like he'll text me like, "Hey, truck's ready. Hey, bro, I can't come in today. All right, cool. I'll see you tomorrow." You know,
just communicate.
Exactly, and that's something that me and him have that I feel like makes it a lot better. You know, he knows my goal. My goal is to eventually get a truck. A lot of people are telling me not to right now, but because of those prices. But it's something that I'm working towards. You know, but that's something I love about the industry is the flexibility, the not being tied down type. You know, I don't have a uniform. Fucking, I've gone to work in sandals, you know?
Flip flop gang.
Flip flop gang. Woo woo. You know?
Let me see. So you like the independence, the freedom that comes with it. Be yourself. What's the least favorite?
Don't get me started, bro.
The top one.
The one that really grinds my gears, bro, is when you're having a good day, and you go into the port, and it's empty. Nobody's in your block. Nobody. You already burned your empty. I'm gonna get in and out, bam, bam. You know, I'm gonna go do another one because as a chucho, you're already thinking about your next load. You're already thinking about what you're gonna do next. Hey, dispatch, hook me up with another one. You know, I'm already gonna get out of here. You know,
it's looking good.
Exactly. And then boom, te tuerces. Fucking 4 hours waiting for a fucking load. You know, because there's no crane at your block. You know, and I know they have stuff to do, but I don't take it personal. But it's something that comes with it. It's something that you have to deal with. You have to learn to deal with, you know, because
your least favorite is when you get stuck, pretty much.
My least favorite is that illusion of you're gonna get out quick. That illusion that the port gives you, like, oh, it's gonna be a good day, bro.
Yeah.
Psych. You know, like,
come in, bro.
Yeah, like, and it's great because when you're having bad days, sometimes it's like when it goes by quicker, you know, like.
Here's something. Imagine something I would hate. You get when you want to chill, when you're tired as fuck. Maybe you pulled up with a hangover. You're like, low key. I hope the machine skips me today. I'll be okay with it today.
Oh yeah,
I want to sleep.
Yeah. I see.
Here comes this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why do you want to flip me,
bro? Like
where are you when I really want you?
When I'm behind, on paperwork, because we had to fill out manifest. Go back there, start doing my manifest, and I'll hear and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You were here 5 seconds ago. What are you doing? You know, and it's like, fuck it. Like, but those are punches you gotta roll with too. You know,
or the food you're eating, and you know.
Oh yeah, the food. Fucking, I eat a lot of burritos.
Yeah,
burritos or, what I've gotten used to is eating before work, because I don't like cold food.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll eat before. I know it's not the best thing to do, but sometimes I'll get out at 3 in the morning and I'll hit Jack in the Box. You know, get my breakfast.
Yeah.
Get my breakfast, and then you know,
hibernate.
You know, it's not the best thing, but that's something we got to go through. But snacks are mandatory.
Alert, bro. Major snack.
Mandatory,
alert,
bro.
Alert, major snack.
Bro,
alert.
Bro, those are two valuable things that you need in the ports.
I can't have snacks.
You can't have snacks,
I fucking
bro?
eat them all. I eat them all. That's like within.
That's
I don't know how to like control it. Where like I'm gonna get this snack when I absolutely need it. Right. It's more like I'm gonna eat this snack because I see this snack. I can eat this snack. You know,
it's vulnerable to me. Yeah. No. You got. That's why you pack.
I get
daily.
Anxiety, so I gotta eat it.
But that's why you pack daily, bro. Yeah. I learned my lesson. Believe me, I learned my lesson. Last time I went through like a whole bag of like seeds. I went through a whole bag. It cut my tongue open.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It is like
overkill.
Yeah, exactly. But it's that same anxiety, bro.
That's what happens.
You know, that same anxiety.
Or you, in Spanish, like te empalaga, like you overdo it on a certain snack, and now you fucking hate that snack.
Right, bro.
Snickers bars, bro.
Snickers bars. Bro. I can't look at those what are those bars? The chocolate and peanut butter bars. The
Payday.
No, they're
Hershey's.
They're like a cookie, bro. They're like a wafer. I forgot the name of it. Nutty Buddies.
Oh.
You don't know the Nutty Buddies?
No, it sounds.
I can't look, bro. Sus, bro. But
yeah.
no, that's what they're called. They're called Nutty Buddies. They're like a wafer with like peanut butter and chocolate. And I can't look at them the same, bro. So like, I remember when
you got tired of them too.
Yeah, because I went through like a whole box one time.
Where were you stuck?
Fuck, bro. Fucking FMS. Phoenix? Oh, my God, bro. Don't go there after lunch. Don't go to Phoenix after lunch. All right? Unless you really have to. No, yeah, that's something my anxiety.
Yeah.
Same. You know, my anxiety kills like it. I've drank whole ass gallons of water. Yeah. Just because I have nothing else, you know. Yeah. And sometimes your phone doesn't work. Sometimes like I have to download movies before I go into work because there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
You know, but there's what I'm blessed for. What I'm blessed is, or how I'm blessed is that only can subscription, the express lane at 400. I heard that. That's my jam right there, bro.
That's a catchy one. Only cans.
Only cans, bro. That's my jam right there.
What does only cans mean to you? What do you mean by that?
So it's the express lane at 400. I don't know if you've seen it. So they have the regular stalls.
Yeah.
And then 1 and 2 are
from left to right.
From left to right, yeah. 1 and 2 are barricaded. They're like, it's like a little. So those are the express lines. I think it's a subscription that the companies pay.
Oh, okay.
For you to be like handled quick. Pause. So you go, and sometimes I don't even talk to a clerk. Sometimes they'll just shoot my tickets. Yeah. You know. But yeah, that's something that's really really helpful at 400. But that's the only port that we have that privilege, you know, the 400. Other than that, I've seen lines, bro. You know, I've gotten stuck at Peary. Yeah, that look.
I have too.
That look you just gave me, like, yeah. I've got, but look. So where's you know where the Chucho entrance is, right?
For Peary?
Yeah.
Chucho entrance. You mean the back?
Yes, sir. So that's the Chucho entrance, right? So
it's not played out yet. That was.
Look, man, I don't know which one of y'all said that secret, bro. Y'all need to get off of Instagram, please. So I got stuck in that line, bro. That line wrapped out the back. I remember I was coming over the bridge and I saw the line going out of Pico over the bridge, and I'm like, hell nah, bro. I'm going to the Chucho entrance. Boom! As soon as I made the right, the line was already there. I was like, God damn. So I waited 3. Yeah, I was like, God damn, where all these motherfuckers go from? All y'all motherfuckers go to the front, bro. Go to the front, bro. You know?
It's my entrance, not yours.
Exactly. So I got there, waited for 3 hours, almost 4. I got to the speaker. Driver, I can't read your RFID. back up and pull forward again. How the fuck am I supposed to back up? There's trucks behind me.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how you do it. Just clear the speaker and pull up. I backed up, pull forward. Nah, I can't read it. I'm gonna give you an exit. Like, bro, I was like, bro, I've been here for 3 hours. He said, not my problem, driver. All right, cool. No arguing. I went around. I called my dispatch. I was like, hey, they told me my RFID tag isn't working, but before then I had gone to Maersk. Maersk didn't tell me shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would have said something. You know, so he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was like, am I gonna get paid the waiting time? And he's like, did you get the container out? I was like, no. He's like, yeah, I can't pay you that waiting time. I'm like, man, bro, sorry. So I was it was one of those days, bro, where you just gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, even the best port, I know a lot of people.
You know what? Before we move on, that whole waiting time, I did a post recently, and I think it got misinterpreted that I'm trying to bash on the actual companies for not paying the waiting time.
No.
But I think that example you gave right now, that sheds light on it.
Right.
What really happens? Like, long story short, they can't pay you what they can't bill. Because if you didn't take the container out, you have nothing to show the customer.
Exactly.
Like, right?
You know, but I'm not going to sit there and send videos to my dispatcher or be on the phone with my dispatch for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so he can see that I waited, you know?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's the clerk's voice against yours. And the way things are right now, the clerks always win, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I have nothing against them. I know that's their job, you know, but I'm going to tell you a story before we leave.
Story time.
So
that's what I was going to ask next. Share a port story.
So like,
does this line up with that?
Yes, it does. So
share a port story, bro.
So check this out. I remember I was new to. I was probably like within my first week. I got to 400. This was before I worked where I work. I was still at Next Gen.
Yeah.
I got to the speaker. I got to the speaker, and the guy's like, driver, scat code. I gave him scat code. Appointment number. And I was like, appointment number. And then I was like, what the fuck? So like, he hung up.
Oh.
So, you know, because I usually the dispatcher texts you your appointment and your PIN.
Yeah.
But he had only texted me the container number. But I was brand new at this time. I was still like within my first.
You didn't know what you were missing.
Correct. Correct. So I was expecting him to ask me for the container number. You know how FMS usually ask you for the container out, or TTI sometimes ask you for the container out instead of your appointment number.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting.
Okay.
Right. So he hung up, and he was like, somebody else answered. It was a dude. He was like, driver, Skyco. I gave it to him. And he was like, and he stayed quiet. And I was like, he's like, well, do you have an appointment number, or do I have to take that out of you too?
That's just awkward.
Yeah. He's like, do you have an appointment number, or do I have to take that out of you too? And I was like, if you ask nicely, maybe I'll give it to you, you know, but I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, you got skipped again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's like, I don't have time for this. And he hung up. And then after that, a nice lady, nicest lady, she answered, and she was like, driver scat code. I told her, and she was like, appointment number. I was like, you guys keep asking me for appointment number, but I'm not really aware of what that is. And then she was like, okay, do you have a container number? And I gave her the container number, and she was like, okay. She was like, you drive for such and such. I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, she asked me for the plate number, and I gave her the plate number, and she gave me my ticket.
So she matched up all that information. Correct. Without having to ask for the appointment.
Correct.
She found other elements.
Correct. To verify that I was the right person to give it to, you know?
Yeah.
Which
she put in work.
Right. Yeah. She I don't want to say she actually did her job because that sounds rude, but she helped me out, you know, and she told me when the tickets were printing, she was like, next time, ask your dispatch for an appointment number. If you don't see a 6-digit number starting with 5, ask them for an appointment number and your PIN. And I was like, a PIN? Ever since that day, they've never asked me for a PIN. You know, but so I always made sure.
She probably made sure like it applied to all terminals.
Maybe, you know. But ever since then, I remember the next day he had sent me to the same place. I was like, I need the appointment number. He's like, it's on there. It's the one that starts with 503. And I was like, oh, what about the pin? He's like, where are you going? And I was like, 400. And he's like, you don't need a pin there. And I was like, I don't? And he was like, no. He's like, just tell them the appointment number. And they'll ask you for the last four of the can. That's it. And I was like, oh, all right. But see, like, it's something, you learn something every day.
Yeah.
You know, you learn something every day. You know, did you know, fun fact, did you know that the automated machines at 400 are used?
You know, now that you mention it, they do look a little old.
Yeah, they're not new. They're not brand new.
Probably another terminal that was already automated
or
what?
They bought them used.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I didn't know this until a clerk told me.
Wow.
The clerk that works there,
that's why they're tipping over.
Right? He's like, sometimes you just gotta, because those machines, bro, I tagged you in that picture. I tagged you in that picture where it put the container on top of the pins, bro. It put it on top of the pins and it took off. And I was like, bro, what the hell? So I went and I took the picture and I went back, I pushed the button and I was like, hey, it messed up, it put it on the pins. And he was like, okay, driver. I waited there for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. To a lot of people, 30 minutes is not a lot. But in 30 minutes, I'm already out the door on the 710. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And that's time for me because I don't get paid by the hour. You know, that's something that I have to, like, you know. And bam, it came, it fixed it, and it came out, right? I was like, all right, cool. I started walking towards the truck, and it started closing again. And I was like, what the hell? So I got back on the mat. I was like, I'm not gonna go in there, you know, like. So I got on the mat, and I pushed the button again.
There's like a wrestling match is about to start.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh no, I'm not going in there. So I pushed the button again. Nobody answered. The machine came. The clerk came, the guy that gave me that piece of information. Me and him always chop it up. My truck, you notice, you guys see a yellow Cascadia, well, you guys say what's up, all right? He knows my truck, you know? So he pulled up, he's like, you still here? I was like, yeah, like it fixed my container, but it's coming back. He's like, yeah, these machines are pretty old, man. He's like, you just gotta let them cycle. He's like, you just gotta let them do what they do. And I was like, so there's no stopping it? He's like, yeah, no. Once they put it in motion, they can't stop it. Dude, it hooked on to the container again, picked it up and put it back down and took off. I'm like, bro, I've been here for 45 minutes now just to see it readjust the container, you know? So
but did it put it right this time?
It put it right twice. It corrected itself twice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, that's why you couldn't leave.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. It corrected it, and it left, and I was walking to the truck, and it started closing again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because I saw it. Because, I mean, obviously, you're not going to... I see a lot of drivers. You guys need to be more aware. I see a lot of drivers that get to the mat, and they sit down.
Oh, yeah, the weight.
Yeah.
It takes the weight off.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then it won't come.
It won't because it doesn't read you.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of drivers, they just sit there for hours. I don't know.
That's my assumption. You think that's what it does? Because the mat works with the weight, and then when you sit down, it takes away.
I just think that the machine doesn't work if you're not on the mat.
Yeah.
You know, because it's for safety reasons. You know?
Yeah, but if you sit down, it takes away weight from your feet, right?
Yeah, because there's a little light right there. There's a little yellow light that when it turns off, you're not applying pressure on the mat. You know, or when it's flashing.
Yeah. When
it's I've seen it flash. I've stood there like watching it flash, and speaker comes on and he's like, "Hey, there's a malfunction with the machine. Step off the mat and come back on."
Yeah. And
I step off, come back on, and it's a solid yellow light. Yeah. You know, and it comes or whatever.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, fucking automated.
It sucks that it sucks that they give you the option. You know, they added that as a benefit, like for you to sit down, but it actually doesn't. Coexist
if there's no weight on that bench, or what they need to do is coincide that mat with that bench or put it together. That way they know that the bench is part of the mat. You know. Yeah. Because other than that, just once you sit down, you're basically not there.
Yeah, good try though. Thank you.
You
You know.
So, but that's bro.
So your port story, that's the one about the pin and the lady helped you, or do you have any other story?
I have a lot of stories.
Yeah. Share the craziest story.
I feel like I feel like
that's gonna be a good one. You laughed. Go that one,
bro. I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence. But it's just funny when drivers think they're somebody. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody.
Thugs with Twix.
Thugs with Twix. You see my episodes. You know what I'm saying? So there's drivers that think they own the port. You know, and there's there's this time that so if you're at Maersk, you ever been at Maersk? You've dropped a MSC container and you've dropped a Maersk container. You know that the MSC is going to go either in A3 or C3 or A3, you know? Yeah. And the Maersk always go A1, B1, or A1 or A3. Always the first row, you know? So I remember one time I got in. And there was a long line. And it was all the way to the entrance. It went to the 500s, to the wheel, came around, came back to the entrance, right? I was like, yeah, so the chucho inside of me snapped. I was like, I'm not waiting in this line, bro. I'm not waiting in this line. So I noticed that everybody had an MSC container. There was some Maersk in between it, but it was mostly MSC. I was like, you know what? Let me go check something out. let me go check something out, you know? So
you had a Maersk?
I had a Maersk container. Yeah. I had a Maersk container. I was like, let me go check something out.
This ain't my line, homie.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, let me go check something out. So I went and I was passing truck by truck, MSC, Maersk, MSC, PONU, MSC, you know? I was like, what the fuck? So I got to the top of the line, and I was waiting because they were working the boat on that block, but they weren't working it on that spot. You get it? So they were a little bit down. So the UTRs were coming in, and so I was waiting for one of them to clear, and it was a double lane. So the guy was parked next to the K rail. I came in the middle, and I was waiting for him to clear. The guy starts honking at me. Like, hey, you didn't get in line. And I looked at him and I smiled, you know, and I guess he took it wrong. You know, I looked at him and I smiled, and he rolled down his window and he started like pointing, like to roll down my window. And I rolled down my window. I was like, what's up, man? Like, you know? He's like, you need to get the fucking line. We all been waiting here. And I was like, bro, you're pulling an MSC. I was like, what location are you going to? And he's like, I don't give a fuck. You need to go wait in line. I was like, bro, I'm not going to wait in line if my block is empty, you know? He's like, what's up then? What's up? Like, I was being civil, and he gets out, he opens his door, you know? And I'm just sitting here laughing at this dude. Because he was getting hot over nothing, bro. Like, I'm not going to block, I'm not sitting there on purpose. I'm not going to go ahead of you. I'm going to the other block. You know, a lot of drivers, you guys need to know and be aware of your surroundings and be aware of the line that you're in, bro. Because a lot of you guys stand in the line just because it's a line. Yeah. You know? So
and then you get mad when someone took the risk.
Exactly.
And you see that they succeeded. Like, that should have been me.
You know? Exactly. So the guy started getting mad at me. He gets off of his truck, goes around my truck, starts banging on my door. He's like, get off. What's up? Get off. He starts banging on me. He starts like, you know, like throwing it.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, bro, like, what's up? Like, you know, so I'm not a bitch, bro. Like, I know, you know, so I was gonna open my door, and I saw the clerk come in. I was like, I'm gonna play this smart. Yeah. So I closed the door, and the clerk's like, what's the problem? What's going on? And then he's like, oh, he's cutting everybody. He's jumping line and and all these guys have been waiting. And all the clerk asked me was like, what spot are you going to? I was like, I'm going to A140. Okay, keep going. And he's like, you get back in your truck. And I just looked at him, And I looked at him. He got into his truck, and he was still fucking red. He was mad. He was red, right? So look, so just out of spite, just to, because I needed some revenge.
You needed closure.
Yeah, right. So I went. I burned my empty. And he was still waiting there. So I went. I came down his block just to see if he had burned his empty.
Yeah.
I came down his block with an empty chassis, and I just looked at him and I smiled, bro. I made sure he looked at me, and I smiled, and he just fucking flicked me off. He's like, "Fuck man. You," and I'm like, I'm not hurting anybody, bro. Yeah. You know, but that's got to be like the crazy because bro, like if I was somebody else, bro, I would have got off on the spot. We would have handled what we needed to handle, you know. Yeah. But like I said, I don't condone violence, bro. I don't condone violence, but if it comes down to it, I'm not going to let myself get punked, you know? But if I would have seen that clerk, I probably would have got banned.
Yeah.
I probably would have got banned. And
both of you.
Exactly. You know, it would have got down to where it didn't need to get down because at the end of the day, those aren't our cans. You know, those aren't, we're privileged, bro. We have that privilege to go in there, you know? It's not a right, you know? Like, if we have a twit card, we have rules to respect, you know? You know, and a lot of drivers think that they own the port. Like, they think, nah, bro, I'm going to go in there. You know, I mean, I've done some chucho shit, you know. Pero there's always that line. My suegro always told me this. You got to respect the other driver just like you want them to respect you. You know, because or else you'll lose that sense and you'll go crazy. He's like, if you don't have patience and respect, you'll go crazy.
Well, look, we have some footage here of your suegro. Let me look it up. Okay. He's cutting the line right here. If you look close, nah, just messing.
I don't know who that is, sir. I don't know who that is, Your Honor. That's not him, Your Honor.
What do you think you would be doing if you weren't trucking?
I wouldn't be a lawyer, that's for sure. I wouldn't be a lawyer. I probably. You know what? I really wanted to dip my toes into the coding.
Coding,
like website coding and like that type. Like if I wasn't driving, I'd probably be like coding or something to do with like software technology. You know? Yeah. That's something that really interests me.
You know, that's a growing market now more than ever, right?
Exactly. It's a very big booming market. Yeah. And what really surprises me is that you can get free training. There's websites that'll teach you how to code for free. Yeah. You know, and it's like, what? Like, right now I'm doing a little course, you know, just for the fuck of it, you know? Yeah. But that's something I would
So you've covered, like, the whole binary numbers and all that? Like, the infinite possibilities?
Yeah. So,
So
that's a language.
Okay.
So that's there's different languages.
Yeah.
There's HTML, there's languages. Mm-hmm. I didn't know this. I thought everything was like zeros and ones. And
I feel is it coding? Because I feel I got a little taste of it with what do they call it? We did translating for the Port Pro app, and I got the file and I did the text edit. It's all black and white.
What do you mean?
Would you consider that coding, or what is that? Because it had a lot of little like.
So there's a difference between commands and coding.
Okay.
Commands you can change like the color.
Oh, okay.
Type. Those are commands.
Yeah.
Coding is when you make those commands. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's like you code it to where it knows what you're asking for. I don't know. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like. The reason you have those commands available to work is because of the coding. Yeah. You know, if there was no coding involved or if there's like troubleshoot issues that you need to do, you go into the coding. If something's not, say you click something, but the wrong window is opening or the wrong image is popping up, it's because of coding, because somebody didn't code it right. Somebody didn't web it right. You get it? Yeah. And so you got to go into the coding. Command is when you go into it and you're like, I want it bolder, or I want it this color, or I want it, you know? Yeah. So that's command, you know? But coding is like, okay, so in the top is going to say this, and there's going to be a column, and in this column you're going to have these options, and that's coding. You get it?
Then you go into those options and you do additional stuff.
Exactly.
But the coding is kind of like the blueprint for that digital
layout. There you go.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what I was doing is just translating the app stuff to Spanish with help from my girl. Thank you.
Shout out.
Because there's some stuff that's like very literal. Like, for example, we have the app has a truck route GPS, right? So
wait, is that?
So in Spanish it'll be like, you know how in English it says distance left on a GPS, distance left, right?
Okay.
So when you translate it, it's like distancia izquierda, right?
I'm not very
exactly.
Okay, right.
The translation was a no sabo style. You know what I mean?
Right.
Very literal.
Right,
or
right.
like the gray pool.
Right.
It literally thinks we're talking about a pool, like to go swimming and shit.
Yeah.
Piscina. So stuff like that, we had to catch all those. We had to catch all those little. You know?
Okay.
So that's like one extra thing we're doing with.
So basically, Google translated it. It didn't.
Yeah, and it needed a human, to go in there and.
Right.
You
So
know what I mean?
it's like saying it's like.
I don't know. That reminded me. You said the coding.
Right.
And
right.
I thought that was coding. I was feeling a little. Hey, I do a little coding. I do a little coding myself.
That's the tip of the iceberg. So
yeah,
you already know. But
it was just a trip to see like all these notifications that pop up within the app,
right.
to see them in a layout that's like.
So that's what you call troubleshooting.
You know what I mean?
That's what you call troubleshooting.
So what would pop up? Right, it's all capitalized, and then there's like a semicolons and all that shit and apostrophes, and if you
forward slashes and shit.
If you erase any of that, it fucks it all up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
that some of that is coding, but
you said like
right.
It tells it what to do. So
right.
That's when I realized like all the capital letters were just commands.
Right.
And what was on the right is what it's.
That is like blue.
What the user sees. That's what the user sees.
But did you see a window that was like blue, green, red, like?
No, this is just all black and white.
Yeah. So I don't. You want me to pull it up? I'll show you. I'll show you the coding on my phone.
Do me a little coding class after the session.
All right,
I'm
for
down,
sure.
And I'll show you my.
Yeah, of course.
We're coding buddies.
For real, we're talking about coding.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We're not showing each other anything else.
That'd be dope if they like implement that kind of into the schools, like a program. You know how they have after school programs like soccer.
So a lot of these magnet schools are doing it. A lot of these magnet schools are doing it because that's the
school?
Magnet, like the AP schools, like the little academies.
Okay.
The college ready, they're doing it because that's the future. Like a lot of people don't know, but just like the Industrial Revolution, the tech revolution is coming.
Yeah.
And we need to get ready. I mean, we got caught in the middle of it, but once it gets booming, our kids are going to reap from that. Yeah. So we need to get them ready.
Okay. So this is the like Industrial Revolution, but on a digital scale.
Correct. Because most of these jobs are going to be work from home.
Yeah.
They're going to be very labor intensive, but
mentally too.
And on the computer. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have a lot of kids with carpal tunnel.
What is that?
So when you use a mouse, or when you're on the computer a lot, it's like arthritis for your hands, and it's like you cramp up and like your muscles get weak and shit. So that's why you see the ergonomic mouses with the little ball and shit.
Oh, I get it.
And
Okay.
You see the keyboards.
They caught on to it.
Yeah. But
that's why I feel like shit after editing, I guess.
So that doesn't. Yeah, exactly. You feel your hand, like the muscles up here. You feel your hand, like, but those are they're not solutions. They're aids. So you'll still get carpal tunnel, but.
I don't want to get AIDS.
No, fuck no.
Just fucking with you.
So they're like little. They're not gonna prevent fully the carpal tunnel, but they're supposed to help you, like, avoid it longer. Because it's more ergonomic for your hands. So your hand posture is normal, is like this, right? On a keyboard, it's like.
I learned about my hand posture like at 11. Wait, wrong coding.
Yeah, no. Hold on. 11, bro. I started at 8.
Damn. Coding at a young age. From a self-exploration subject.
Yes, coding.
But yeah.
Biology. Yeah. That's something I would be doing. I'd be in coding, in the coding industry. And I'd probably be working for like Google or some shit.
Interesting you say that. Coding. Good.
Mm-hmm. Like I tell you, I've always I grew up with that perception that if you work in an office, you made it. Like you make money, and like
that changed a lot. Like a lot of times, like the guys with the suits are working for the guys with the flip flops.
Yeah, that's true.
Like with the Gucci flip flops.
Gucci flip flops.
Gucci.
Sponsor?
Pay up, or I'm censoring that.
No. The only sponsor here is Port Pro. Hit up Port Pro.
Port Pro.
That's right.
Port Pro. Can you say it again a little more?
It's Port Pro. What is it? PortPro.com?
.io.
.io.
.io. Yeah.
Hit that Port Pro. Get your PRE. No. But hit up Port Pro.
Port Pro. Yeah. Port Pro. Shout out Dr. Dre.
That's right.
Well, any side hustle at the moment?
Side hustle. I feel like I'm a bad person if I say no, because I don't. I honestly don't, because all the extra time that I have, I'm either resting or with my family or with the club. I've always tended to like not bring work home. I've always my house is my sanctuary, and my house is where I kick my shoes off and relax. And I'm not saying a side hustle is bad. It's just not for everybody, and I'm not into. I haven't. Well, let me rephrase that. I haven't found something that I found worth to hustle on the side.
Yeah. It could be seen both ways. It could be seen like a hustle because that's my passion. I want to try something on the side because that keeps me going. Or it could be like, it could also imply like I'm lacking, so I need to go out and find something else to supplement. So there's a lot of ways to look at it.
So I used to have a hobby. I used to take photography.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to do like a lot of car photography. You guys go to Kuko_39_392. You guys see a lot of car photography. I used to do that, but when it started implementing the business side of me charging people and me having to request payments and down payment, it took the fun out of it. I didn't see it as a hobby anymore. I saw it as
everyone wants to pay
friend price
you with exposure.
Exactly. There you go. So I'll share you. I'll tag you. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a lot of friends that
there's gotta be value in it. Like if you're both don't have the exposure yet, then there's no value in them saying.
Look, a wise man once told me, your friends aren't on market. If you can't market to anybody other than your friends, you have no market. So your friends aren't gonna pay your bills. You swear. I just took a picture of your car, or a couple pictures of your car and a video on Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm not gonna hit you up a week after that and be like, "Hey, you want more pictures? You want?" I'm just not that type of guy. I haven't really dipped my toes in there. I haven't been that.
Well, then that's how you categorize that's more of a passion thing versus something you want to pursue as a
Well, same thing with graphic design. I used to be very, very well into graphic design. I went to school for it. I went to school for graphic design and web development. Mm-hmm. But again, my commitment wasn't there.
Well, did you really even like it, or was it because something you thought gave you money? I mean, when it's both, it's a plus. But sometimes I think maybe that's what it is. We pursue things like, oh, that must make good money. Let me try it. No, then you don't even like it.
So I used to do a lot of graffiti.
Yeah.
So So I saw it as a outlet for my creativity. But when the business side came to it, I went to a lot of interviews. That coffee is making me. Sorry.
Do I bore you, bro?
No, it's making me burp a lot, bro. I don't know. Like maybe because I haven't ate.
We're gonna eat after this if you got time. If you're down for it.
I was gonna go to Tochos. Have you heard of Tochos?
No, Tochos. What is that? Oh, if you got plans, it's cool, bro. Yeah.
You sure, bro? You look.
What is that? Just tell me about it. What is that?
So a little sidetrack.
Wait, where were we before I fucking?
So you were asking me about the side hustles.
Oh yeah, side hustles.
Yeah. So
and then food. Got it.
Yeah, and food. I just saw it as a creative outlet. When it came down to the business side, I went to interviews, and they were paying me. Well, they wanted to pay me. They wanted to pay me $15 an hour. right? That was back then. Back then, $15 was it wasn't minimum. It wasn't a lot, but it wasn't minimum. You know, it was decent.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I looked at it was, I'm doing $500 projects that I do like maybe in 2 hours, 3 hours. You know, and
you're getting $30 out of it.
Yeah, 30, $45 out of it. You know, and the job was part time. The job was per assignment. So if basically they were trying to either I inspired to be lazy and drag it along, or be creative and pull it out. I'll pause. I'll take out the project in the time that it's supposed to take out, but get paid less. You get it? So I that's why I didn't pursue.
The structure doesn't seem very exciting.
It doesn't, you know, it doesn't. And everybody's like, "Oh, it's the stepping stones, and that's how you get your foot in the door." It's just, I was more ambitious than that. I was maybe 19 at the time, 18 at the time. I didn't want to sit there and waste my youth, you know, for $15. If I don't get me wrong, I've done like album covers, I've done like logos, I've done T-shirts, and they've gotten me money. It's just I haven't been steady at it. You know, I haven't been like, this is what I'm gonna do. You know, but because again, I saw it as a creative outlet. I saw it as creativity. My creativity's flowing. As a kid, I've always like doodled and you know, but that's how I saw it. I saw it as creativity, and I didn't like the business side, so you know. But as for side hustles right now, I don't. I'd rather side hustle my ass into my bed and chill, you know. You know, so
yeah. All right. I really gotta take a leak, so I'll take this moment to do a short pee break. If that's
short
okay
pee
with
break.
you.
Insert elevator music here. Well, the little what's that called? The technical difficulties. Containeroz podcast will be right back.
We'll be right back.
Right.
And if you don't see it, then Containeroz took a shortcut today.
Bro, just take the mic with you so I can hear you.
And we're back.
That was the longest tinkle, bro.
Yeah. It was low key.
This guy. I heard it. He sounded like he was frying chicken, bro. And that was in the next room. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You relieved?
Yes, sir. I wrote down here, this is not part of the questions I had, but you brought it up, the club. I'm curious about, when I was younger, I tried to, like, you know, that up Central Cali, Fresno, Visalia.
Okay.
There was that mini trucking scene.
Oh, okay.
You know,
with the
you were bagged
the,
and dragging and all that, right?
With the moving bed and shit.
Yeah, that's more like lowrider, but.
Oh, okay.
But for like airbags, it was more about body drop and drag. You know?
Okay. Audio system.
You could order certain type of plates so that sparks could be a different color when you're dragging, you know, putting the roll pans, shaving the doors, all that shit, right?
Damn.
So that was the thing back then.
Right.
And actually, that's why I got these stars. I don't know if you guys can see them.
Okay.
Like the nautical stars. Typical.
I thought you were German.
Typical basic.
You're not German?
Huh? No.
You're not German?
No.
I thought you were German.
No, wait. There's not a swastika.
No, but it's nautical stars.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought okay.
Wait, I'm way off. I'm lost. What's going on?
Okay, so I don't know. I don't want to.
Result in us getting canceled?
No, this is something else. Fucking a lot of gangsters in.
This is just me being a follower, bro. To be honest, it's like everyone else is doing it. This is the scene right now. And I did it. So that's a note to self. Like, don't do something just because it's popular in the moment. Like,
right.
you're not gonna look at
so,
it closely. Tattoo.
So right there where you have it, it's all right. But if you were to have it like on your shoulders,
yeah, that could be like norteño.
No? I don't know about norteños, but German gangsters, those stars mean that like they're in like they're in their gang type. Like, so if you go to a German prison or a Russian prison, you see a lot of stars on them. You see like cathedrals, like, like big old cathedrals and shit. So that's I was like, man, this guy is German.
Nah.
I was like, this guy's a gangster, bro.
Nah. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, something you gotta do some research on the type of tattoos you get. You never know, you know.
Right.
But so we'll see. We're actually moving back up north to Fresno County.
What?
So I was thinking the other day, like, what if someone misinterprets my tattoos that I'm like a norteño, and then Bulldogs wanna, like, you know?
So wait, you're moving? Wait, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, this summer we're moving back up north.
So what's gonna happen to all of this?
I'm still gonna work out of here. I'm just gonna go up on the weekends.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep hustling, bro.
Hold on. So you're gonna commute from here to Fresno on the weekends?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be here Monday through Friday, but
yeah, I'm going overtime on the content and
but is it cheaper over there? Is there a reason?
It's also cheaper too. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And my girl's been doing the research on the schools, and it's less populated. Like, and the way things are getting, I'm like,
isn't that a little scary?
How
like,
so?
Like, you haven't seen the movie Silent Hill 5? Is it that unpopulated? Like,
nah, not that unpopulated. No,
like,
it's pretty populated. It's just less, obviously, way less than LA. You know.
So like more like a small town feel.
Well, I grew up in a very small town. It was called Orange Cove. Orange Cove.
That's cool.
So I think at the time it was like 9,000 people lived in it.
Oh wow.
Maybe 12 at the most.
It's probably doubled now, huh?
Everyone knows everybody there, but yeah, that's that. So yeah, back to clubs. So you said, can you let me know more about what a club's about to you? Like, what do you like about it? Like, you know, so how does it work? Like the politics in it and all that.
There's a lot of politics, but I usually try to steer away from it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm more like of a member. Like, I leave that to like the president and like the vice president. Mm-hmm. They can handle their stuff. You know, I don't like getting in between all that.
Okay.
But the way I look at it is just we come around, we gather for one simple reason, which is cars. You know,
your passion for cars.
Right. So we go to shows. We used to do meets, but I don't think we're focused on meets right now. But other than that, Violent Riders it's been a roller coaster, bro. It's more than a hobby. I'll tell you that. It's more than a hobby, but it's nothing for the simple-minded. It's a lot more that goes into it than just cars, because it's like having a second social life. Because you have your social life with your family, you have your social life with work, you have your social life, you know. But when you're in that club, like you have other clubs that you socialize with. You have other members that you socialize with. I have met a lot of good friends. I have a lot of good friends. Shout out Isaac. Shout out Noah. Chito. You know what I'm saying? Cholo, I see you. So I've met a lot of good friends through the club. But then again, some people take it as a job, and I mean that in no disrespect, but some people take it a little bit more serious than others, and sometimes they get into politics and they get like, oh, I'm doing more than you, or you're doing less than me. And
so they're like ranks and stuff?
Yeah, so there's a president, there's a vice president, there's a sergeant at arms, there's a treasurer. Shout out Joe. I know I'm behind on dues, but I got you. So
there's dues? Yes,
there's dues, and usually the dues are for like gear, for like shirts type, you know.
All right.
We have like carne asadas, we have like family meetups, you know. If there's a show that you need to pay like an entrance fee, that's where the dues come in. Like, you know, like that's what the dues are for. A lot of people are like, why are you gonna pay to socialize, you know? But it's not to socialize, it's to The way I look at it is that you have to be included somehow, and if you don't have the money for it, then nobody else is gonna pay for you, you know. And that's what I like about it. It's an affordable rate, like a week,
Yeah.
you know. But I've heard I have friends in like other clubs that find it odd, like they find it like, why are you paying dues, you know? But then again, like they complain where, oh, I gotta pay my president for a shirt, or oh, I gotta go and make this shirt, or I don't have beanies, or I don't have
Oh, okay.
you know. But they fail to see that intent of the dues, you know, because
Yeah.
a lot of people just like think that I'm giving you the dues just because I'm rocking a sticker on my car and you're keeping all the money and you're making money out of me, and it's not the case, you know. I have a lot of good friends in the club, you know. I'm not saying I get along with everybody, but
That's the thing everywhere, I guess, with us as people, you know.
right.
Even longshoremen, they don't all get along with each other. Even truckers, we don't all get along.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure you
course.
don't like all the truckers.
Right, but
Like-
see that sticker on their windshield is what brings us together.
Yeah.
You
At the
know?
end of the day, if you got to come together, you do it.
Correct. If one of them has like a flat tire on the freeway, and I'm close, or they need gas, or they're stranded, and I'm close, obviously they'll call me. You know that everybody has everybody's number.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll call and bam, hey, can you help me out? You know, there's friends that I still have that have left the club, but like I said, I made good friends, and the club doesn't come in between it. You know, but at the end of the day, it's more like a second family, because like I grew up no brothers, no sisters, you know.
Only
So
child.
so that's what I found very attracting.
Mm.
You know, that's what I found, that camaraderie, you know.
And that could have easily been a gang as well.
Correct.
Like you chose that, but now this is another.
Right, but see, like I didn't do gangs because I was more into to the tagging shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not saying that's any better, because like
But there was different crews, right? You could see like in high school who's gonna steer in which direction.
Right. So there's always been that little draw the line in the middle type, you know. But as a grown up, I hit 18, and I looked at it and I'm like, damn, I could go to jail now. You know, as a teenager, it's a little slap on the wrist, little fine here, you know, a little vandalizing. But as you grow older, what I didn't understand was that they start growing cases on you. They start taking pictures of what you've done, and they might not catch you today, but when they do catch you, all that shit is gonna hit you.
Yeah.
You know, and you can rack up a big tab. I know people that have gone to federal prison for it. You know, and it's like, fuck, like. So
shit.
Yeah.
It adds up.
Exactly. Yeah. So everything that he or she did, ended up with a consequence. You know, it's not, and not only that, you're running from cops. Gangsters don't like you either. The gangs don't like you tagging up their hood. You know, you're running from that. And then there's some crews that do shoot. There's some crews that they're ruthless, you know, and you're running from them too, you know. So it's not a life that I wanted. So I kind of like stepped back. Like I'm thankful for it, because I met a lot of people. I lost a lot of people because of it, but it made me who I am, you know. But VR to me is that it's my camaraderie. I may not agree with everything, you know, but at the end of the day, you're still rocking that sticker. You know, you go hit somebody in the face. I'm not gonna defend them. You're the one that I'm worried about. You know, if you tell me to back you up, all right, cool, I'm gonna back you up. I'm not gonna ask any questions because of that. Because we have that same influence, you know.
Okay.
You know, but at the end of the day, that's what I see. Oh, look, did you hear that?
It's still out there though. We almost out.
No, yeah. So VR. That's what it is for me. That's
cool.
That's my club. My, that like my president has helped me out. Like when I've had like, he's the one that got me in. Cali's the one that got me into Next Gen, and he's the one that get your permit and I'll set you up. You know, and he's the one that basically let me in. That was I think the biggest step for me, because I feel like if I would have got my license without any support, I would have been struggling. I would have been like probably at HLT. I'm not saying it's bad, you know, if you guys are working at HLT. I just love the way that it happened to me. Pause. But the way that I encountered it, and he has a lot to do with it. And I would have never met him without the club.
Okay.
You know, because he's the president. You know, so obviously he's very in tune with his members and how
looking out for them.
Exactly. You know, there's been times where I've been short money. You know, and shit. This past when was it? It was in April. I did my daughter's baptism, my youngest. I did her baptism, and one of the members came, and I had live music, and the bank only lets you take out a certain amount of money, right? I was short $100, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm short 100. Spot me, I'll pay you back." Without any questions, without any like whining, without. He was like, "All right, here you go," you know, and that's what I love about it. Like that, they're another side of my family, you know.
Yeah,
that's basically what attracted me.
Cool. Thanks for letting me know a little more about clubs.
Yes, sir.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The way my life has been, I don't really like to plan stuff like that, but it would be ideal for me to have my truck.
Do you feel where you've gotten to now was planned at all, or you think it's been lined up for you, like fate? Or
it's, to me, that's why I look at it. It's been fate. It's just been like a domino effect, bro. It's been doors that open that I jump in, like.
So it wouldn't have been this good if you planned it, probably, you think, or like one of those scenarios.
No.
You know what I mean?
Especially me being a perfectionist. If something bad happens to me or something doesn't go as I plan it.
You said you weren't earlier, so now that confirms that when people say a joke, there's some truth to it.
What do you mean?
Earlier you said it's because I'm a perfectionist. Nah, I'm just kidding. But you really are.
So yeah, so that's what I'm telling you. So I don't like planning it, because there's been times where I plan stuff and it doesn't go my way and I get butthurt and I get mad and I get so that's what happens with the ports. That's what there's been sorry.
And we already know that, huh? And we still kind of have that little like what if?
Like, right. So being a chucho is it's ups and downs.
Yeah.
You
gotta be trained to go.
You gotta yeah. But if you're not going, you're only trained to go, and if you stopped. That's
like, where that anxiety kicks in.
So that's
damn, I'm all out of nails, man. Yeah, what the fuck?
Your anxiety, bro. You need some snacks.
Yeah.
So what was the
yeah, whatever life brings, then so be it. You're not really planning the next 5.
Exactly.
You have good desires, but
right.
Vibes,
I have goals.
Yeah.
I have goals, but I don't have a time frame for them. Like my girl is. I'm telling you, my girl, I have the best girlfriend and a best wife. I just, like I told you, I wouldn't be anywhere without her, and she's very down to earth, when I'm flying high, she knows how to, like, hey, don't do that, and when I'm like at my lowest of my lows, hey, get up. Like, you can't be there all day, and that's what gets me through my day, like that's what, like, if I'm having a bad day and I call her and I'm like, babe, like, fuck, I got stuck, and she's like, why, what happened, and talk it out, like, well, like, where were you going, what were you planning, what was going on, and she's like, we'll get them tomorrow.
Do you feel we give back to our significant others the way they give to us, or do you think we
I always tell her, like, I always beat myself up because I feel like I'm not doing enough, and she tells me, like, you do more than enough, but I don't. As a man, you'll never feel that, I like, maybe me. I don't know about everybody else, but like, I'm so grateful that, like, I owe her everything, bro. Like, if she tells me, like, you're doing more than enough, I can't see it, bro. I need to do more. I need to, like, and like there'll be times where I work, they give you your 12, right? You do 12 empty-ins loadouts, they give you a bonus, right?
Okay.
So that's a nice bonus, That's for me and my family to
For that week,
enjoy.
right?
For the week,
Okay.
yeah. So that's for me and my family, So I'll be like midweek, and I'll have like maybe like 6, and I'm like, damn, I have to work Saturday.
Oh, to make it.
To make the missing,
Yeah.
Because if it's Wednesday and I only have 6, and the week is going, I'm doing 2 a day. By Friday, I'm only gonna have 10. Either I work till 4 in the morning on Friday, or I come in on Saturday and I sacrifice my Saturday. And my girl's like, "You're thinking too far. You need to take it day by day." And next thing you know, bam, Thursday I do 3. Bam, Friday I do another 3. Boom, there goes my 12.
Yeah.
And she's Wednesday. I'm like, nah. I need to do another one. And it's 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. And I'm like, nah. I can still make it. Because some ports at 1:30 they don't. That's it. Like you can't do transaction after 1:30.
Yeah.
You either go in with an empty chassis or you pick something up on wheels, but you can't do a dual.
Dude, I was hauling ass all the way from fucking Escondido one time. I got to WBCT at like 1:30 a.m. and they were closing the gate, bro.
You see?
I was so frustrated.
Exactly. So like that's situations that like you get put in where you either pull the trigger or you step back. And sometimes as chuchos we're like, well, we can get this done. We can get this done,
And if it doesn't work, then we can't be mad.
Exactly.
And it's like, but it's
Because
frustrating. It's like it's double the work at that point.
Exactly. Because then when they don't accept that empty, where do you take that empty?
I mean, you already knew better. You knew it was a risk.
Exactly.
It comes with it, I guess.
Exactly. So like I set a rule. If it's at 1, if I pick up my empty at 1 a.m. and I'm at maybe like one of our yards is in Santa Fe or like there's another one in Southgate,
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in Santa Fe and I pick up an empty at 1, it takes me 20 minutes to get to the port. If I'm hauling ass, bam, I check a lot on the cameras.
Yeah.
If
it's worth it.
Right, exactly. Even if it may not be like to the minute, but you could take a glance and as a truck driver, if it's full at 12:10, at 12:15, it's still gonna be full because they don't work that fast. And then you got to take into consideration that all those people that went in before you, they still got to get served. Because they got there before you. Unfortunately, that's how it works, and it's fair. Fair is fair. So I set my rule. I was like, if it's 1 a.m. and the ports are empty and I have an empty, I'll head over there. But if it's 1 a.m. and I'm barely dropping the container, I still got to look for an empty and I still have to drive back.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm calling it. I'm going home.
Do you have a rule for if you're doing a duo as well, or if it's just a drop? For the duo, you might have to make your rule a little earlier, huh? Or what do you think?
No, because so it gets congested because of lunch, right? The lunch, I'm not gonna sit here and bash them because the union works how they work and they deserve their time, But it does back us up. It does choke us up, and it does restrict us from doing stuff, But the later it is, the emptier it gets because a lot of people hit that same wall, that same like, it's too late, I'm not going back. Or you'll get companies that don't send their drivers because they're not gonna come back by then. So the later it gets, the emptier it gets. So that's a rule of thumb, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if it's 12:30, 12:40, and that line is out the door, like literally like passing the security guard, I won't even bother. Why? Because it tells me one thing: the port has been fucked up all day. Oh, another thing, I check. I wake up. You can ask my girl. I wake up. I grab my phone, and the first thing I check, the cameras. the cameras. And she's like, why are you checking them? Because you're not working right now. And I'm like, no, they tell me what's ahead. You know, if TTI is fucked up all the way around at noon, you know, I know not to go to TTI because it's been fucked all day. You know, so if dispatch says, hey, I got a engine, nah, I'm not doing it. You know, or you know, it gives me an insight. So, my girl tells me that I beat myself up too much, but it's just expectations that you set for yourself. You know, and you don't meet them, and it's like, as a company driver, I get it. I see you guys. You guys sit at the exit. Oh, hold on, no. Allegedly, you guys sit at the exit. You know, but as a chucho, you can't. You can't do that. I told my suegro this once because I came into 400 and he was in his bobtail, waiting in the bobtail line, and he was just sitting there. I got off. I saw him. I said, "What's up?" And I was like, "What happened?"
Don't look at me.
Yeah. I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, he pointed at his watch. And I'm like, chill, you know, that was just chilling, you know? So I was
gotta get that even number, you know?
Exactly. So I went out and unlocked my pins and I was out of there, you know? And I was coming out when he was coming out, but he was still coming out bobtail.
Okay.
So I called him and I was like, "Hey, what happened?" And he's like, "They didn't have empties." And I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, they didn't have empties." And I'm like, "Damn, so what's gonna happen?" He's like, "I'm going home." I'm like, chill as a cucumber, bro. I'm going home.
Yeah, why stress out?
Exactly, you know. But he already put in his work. He had his trucks. He let them go. He's gone through the owner up. From what he tells me, he's driven like cab overs. He showed me like one of his trucks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those trucks were beautiful. I don't know why he let it go, but he let it go, you know. So he said back then, his truck cost like 20K. I don't, but it wasn't top of the line. It was like a beat truck, but he's like, I fixed it from bottom up. I paid for it. I went through it. And he's like, I got what I wanted. He got his house. He got his house in Mexico. He set his life up, you know? And then he got into the hourly.
Oh, okay.
You get it?
Cool.
Now he gets his benefits. He gets his 401. He gets paid hourly. He has that experience under his belt, you know? So basically, he's just chilling.
All that with the Class A license.
Exactly.
Just played his cards depending on whatever worked for him.
That's why I always go for it. I always go to him for advice. You know, like, what should I do? Like, not so long ago, they offered me a truck. They offered to sell me a truck. And the way things are going right now, you know, I asked him. I was like, hey, they're selling me this truck. It's a 2010. What's up, Jesus? What's up? So it's a 2010. I called them and I was like, hey, so they're offering me this truck. He's like, what year is it? I told him, and he's like, you know what? He's like, that's a big coin flip, you know, because if it's a 2010 with a 2009 motor, that truck doesn't go in anymore. And he's like, if you buy it, don't expect to work for it for long. And I was like, but what if I buy it and I save up enough owner up money to put a down payment on the new one, you know? And he's like, for a new one, you need at least 2 years of work, bro. He's like, you have 2 years? I was like, not yet. And he was like, well, there you go. He's like, it's really up to you. So
you could have done it, but you would have been struggling.
Right.
Yeah.
But he gives me that outside look. But he talks from experience as well. You get it? So he's like, if I were you, I wouldn't do it. You know, there's too much risk. There's no, you can't see the reward yet, you know? Mm-hmm. And he's like, what if it fucks up? You have till December. You have till December to get it out or get you a new truck. And he's like, and what if it fucks up by now and December? And it's down for a month.
The money you had saved up at all would go back.
Exactly. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's the type of advice that I go to him for, and that's why I like having him on my corner, you know?
Cool. If you could change one thing at the ports, what would that be? You could only pick one.
Bro.
I know you had a little list in mind.
I did. Actually, one thing that I would change. I know a lot of people go to a lot of people that I've seen is they'll say the lunchtime for the clerks.
Yeah.
But to me, fair is fair. They're doing their job, like I said. One thing that I would change is the speed at the speakers, because those I'm telling you, those speakers make you or break you. You know, because if you get to the speaker and they shoot your tickets like I do, they'll shoot your tickets and you're in and out. Like sometimes you'll beat that line that's waiting to come in. You'll beat it to go to your location. You know, but that's because we have that advantage. But something I would change is the speed at the speakers, because sometimes there's drivers that have been waiting for like 2 hours, 1 hour, you know, and they see me come in and out, and they'll be like, "What the fuck," you know. But the speed at the speakers would be something that they need to either get it right or figure out what they're doing wrong, or you know, I don't know what they're doing, but there's always something at the speakers, always.
And there's no, like, you can't really tell. It's one of those things you just have to have faith. I wonder how many clerks there are. I wonder if, you know.
The thing is that they don't tell us how it works. They don't tell us. They don't tell us if it goes by line or if it goes by sensor, or if I got here before you, but I get served. How does that work? That's something that I haven't been explained. You know.
Well, I haven't figured it out. Like, for example, at Maersk, sometimes you'll pull up and both lanes next to you, they leave, and you're right there like, fuck, what happened? What did I do? You know.
Exactly. That's something that I would change.
Yeah.
You know, that would make it a lot better and a lot fair. You know.
Cool. Now you got the infamous question. Have you ever done your thing in a bucket?
I have not. I have not ordered my Containeroz bucket, bro.
Very well.
But I haven't.
You heard some stories. Huh?
Yeah, I've heard stories. But this is why I eat at home before I go to work. I've been in those port bathrooms and I've had emergencies, but there's not always a bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, but I haven't.
No.
Like,
do you have one just in case? No.
No.
You refuse to open up to it, huh?
To have it is to have temptation.
Right.
You know, so
te aguantas porque te aguantas.
Me aguanto porque me aguanto, but there's always a bathroom at the entrance.
Yeah.
So if I really need to go, bam, right there, you know. Or there's always a bathroom at the yard, you know. So if I can hold it to the yard, I'll wait, you know. But I haven't gone to where like, I need to be, you know.
Yeah.
I've had friends that I'm not gonna say their names, but go between the containers. They won't tell you shit. They're on lunch. Fuck no, bro. Like, that's hell no. Like, I can't. People work there, bro. You know?
Turn an empty into an export load.
Not only that, bro. You probably rusted up a bit, you know? That I haven't. Not to this day.
What would you do? Okay, here we go. If you could go back to the younger Cuco, right? What would you tell him? Like, if you could give him a hint, a little, hey, bro, here's a little bonus tip right here.
Start earlier. I'm about to be 30. I got my license when I was 28. I know owner-ops that are like 24, 25, and they already have their trucks. You know, and they're making more money than I am, and I'm older than them. You know,
that's them though. Like, no, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
but as a family man, the more you have, the more you can provide. Yeah. You know, so if I would have started earlier, I would have been already set up. Already gone through it. I already have my truck. I'm not downplaying what I've been through, but if that's something I would tell myself, hey, because I always saw trucks up and down the freeway and shit, but like maybe once or twice, that's it. That's cool, you know. But I didn't get a thought of it, or I didn't get that into my brain until after I was driving for Metro, because I got a little taste of it. I got a little taste of it at Metro. I'm like, damn, they pay me to drive. You know,
what other driving jobs are there?
Exactly, you know. And then Metro had this. I don't know if they still have it, but you can get your Class A through Metro if you have seniority. You know, Metro is all about seniority. Metro, it's a tough ladder to work up your way, and if you're gonna start Metro, start early as well, because you don't have responsibilities, you don't have, you know, but there's always better things out there.
Yeah.
You know, but that's something I would tell myself is start early, get it as early as you can, because, and even like something that would always shy me away is the price. You know, the price
of what?
Your Class A.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
Like
that investment.
Right.
I don't think I want it that bad.
But see, like you make up excuses for yourself, and that's what beats you up. Like, excuse me, growing up. That's what beats you up growing up. Is those excuses that you put for yourself. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I can't pay that. You know, it's excuses, or I don't have time for that, or I can't. I have a job to go to, or I have responsibility. Nah, bro, like you have to put yourself first before you start putting others first. You know, and that's something my girl taught me. Like she's told me, like, you need to start putting yourself first, because if you're not good, we're not good. You know, if you're not at your best, how can you say we're at our best? You know, especially like her being a stay-at-home mom and like her taking care of the kids. If I'm stressed out, she knows. She knows if I'm mad. She knows if I'm sleepy. She knows. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, I'm going back to this topic, but how much they know you more than you know yourself.
Yeah. You
know, and it's crazy to me, because she'll be like, I'll be like, man, where the fuck are my socks? Or like, where the fuck are my shoes? You know? and she'll be like, did you eat? You know?
You're
and I'm
hangry.
Like, yeah. And I'm like, nah. She was like, I'm gonna make you a plate. You know, like, it's little shit like that. Like you think it's not a lot, but it is. You know, and that shit's crazy to me. But that's something I would tell myself is fucking stop making excuses and go for it. Yeah. Go for it. As soon as you get that idea, go for it. You know,
or the time, right? The money or the time.
Right.
Oh, it takes.
It took me 3 months, bro. I went through COVID. I've had people that are like, damn, why the fuck did it take you so long? You know, I got my shit in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but some people say that like with a career. Oh, it's gonna take me 5 years to do this.
Nah,
it doesn't matter, because 5 years is gonna pass by no matter what, whether you do it or you don't.
Exactly.
But that's one thing I didn't think of back then. You know,
right? Because we were young and naive. You know, we were young and making excuses for each other. But look, check this out. The thing is, when you make excuses, you're holding yourself back.
Deep down, you know if you're bullshitting yourself or not. That's what causes your depression at some point.
Right.
Because you know better.
You can lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself.
Yep.
You know, and other people may be cool with your decisions, but at the end of the day, you got to live with them. And that's something that you learn through life. But, yep, that's something.
Container ounce. What does Containeroz mean to you?
Container ounce, bro. I just saw that. Containero, it's a community, bro.
Yeah,
it's a community. We may not know each other, but we see that sticker on a truck. I mean, you know you're with it. You know, you either
you hope they're with it, or maybe the guy that had it before them was, and then now they're not on game.
Right?
But
you either know it's a chucho, or you know he knows about chuchos. You know, I'm not confusing your brand with chuchos, with little homies too, but you know who's with it and who's not. You know who's doing it for a job, and you know who's doing it for a passion. You know, like if you see a HLT truck, I'm not bashing on HLT, but you know, there's two types of drivers. There's vicious, there's containeros, and there's drivers that just like getting paid.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just the job.
Right, but like I said, that sticker, if you see that sticker on the truck, you already know they either know about the community or they're with it, you know? And they've either done some chucho shit or... Because I'm not going to lie, like, there's been times where, like, this little community of port runners, chuchos, containeros...
Cali Troqueros.
Cali Troqueros, that's my boy. Fucking who else? LB and LA Truckers también. I tagged them too. I've posted like, hey, I'm at ITS. I need a 40. Who got me? You know? And then bam, port runners. Hey, I got a boy. He said he got you. He's gonna message you right now. All right, cool.
Boom.
Yeah, there
like
you go.
that.
My 40. You know, bam. You know, hey, I'm gonna leave it right here next to Trouble. I already know chassis is there. You know, it's a little community, bro. And that's what we fail to see as drivers. Like, we get too greedy, and we fail to help somebody out. But when we need help,
y'all ain't shit. Where y'all at?
Exactly. You
can see that already in things like when it's something like that. You've probably seen it when you ask for a chassis, like crickets. When it's like, this fool ate shit.
Yeah, but
shit, he ate shit, man. You gotta see this, bro.
He didn't unlock his pins, you know.
Yeah.
But then you hit him with the, hey, I got a chassis. Hey, where you at? Hey, where you at? Where you at? You know. But they're not quick to like.
Amigo.
They rather drop the chassis than be like, hey,
and wait for you and hook you up.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, they'd rather drop the chassis and take off than be like, hey, where are you? I got you. You know, or like, oh, like, go find it here, or go in the wheel roll, this wheel roll, you know, and that's something that the company. Sorry, to cut you off. There's something
I
that
never started.
Sorry, there's something that's something that the company drivers have. They have their little CV radios, and they're like, hey, come over here. There's a chassis over here, or like, hey, come over here. You need a chassis. They're working for the same company, so that's why they have that camaraderie, you know. But we're working for ourselves, and that's why we think like, nah, fuck that. I don't have to help them, you know. But there's been times where like
that could be you the next day. That's
exactly, bro. That's why I don't take shit for granted. Like I seen Chuchos flip, like, oh, just the other day. I don't know if you saw, there was a hay hauler hit PCH. Boom, just dropped, just flipped over with the hay. Bro, I was on that same freeway. He zoomed by me. And I was like, where the hell is he going? You know? And I saw him flip, bro. And I'm like, like, what can I do? You know? Yeah. I had to keep pushing. Yeah. You know? And it's like, I felt bad for him. I felt bad, but there's nothing I can do. You know? If I call the cops, they're like, why are you calling? Why are you calling? You're driving, you know? And it's like, I can't do nothing, you know. So
I do it all the time. They haven't called me out on it.
No, they haven't.
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like it's got to be something very dangerous where I call. Like, for example, like if a car is, you know, the fucking on the slow lane and the lights are off, or it just has the very dim 4-way flashers. You know, something that's a very like I wouldn't
hazard. Yeah.
Like I'll feel guilty if I hear later on that it caused some other fatality and I could have said something. I don't know. It's just a weird little thing.
Right.
But yeah, not for any little thing though. But they haven't told me nothing about it. They get your number and they call you back. Like,
yeah?
They call you back. There was a case where going down to San Diego before those scales. What are those? What's that fucking word? San Clemente.
Okay.
Before you're going down, this guy, a FedEx driver, I believe, or UPS, was on the shoulder on the emergency lane, just, I don't know, probably taking a break or something. This guy just drove right into the back of that fucking trailer, fucking dead, you know?
Fuck, no way.
So on my way up there, it was all like, all this commotion and shit, and fucking, wait, how do you say? Pause.
Pause.
Let me get my thoughts right. I take that back. On the way back, there was commotion where there's like all this, like that shit was already on the tow truck and all that. But on the way over there, it looked pretty like suspicious. Like, why is this car under this fucking trailer and there's no ambulance, no nothing? Like, this probably just happened, you know?
What the fuck?
So I called it in, and some other people had called it in already too. So, yeah, man, this guy was just going so fucking fast that there you go. There you go. That's the real story. He was going so fast that he fucking went under the trailer.
Under the DOT, the bumper.
Under the trailer, in the back of the trailer. So that truck was in the slow lane, actually. He was traveling. And this guy was just going so fucking fast that he went right under him. So this guy pulled over and he was still under him. You get
Did
it?
he survive?
No, he's dead. Because he was dead and I called it in, CHP was calling me for more details and stuff. So that's why they get your number, you know?
Oh,
If there's additional, they have to... Never know, you know?
Wow. That's crazy.
But anyways, yeah, off topic, huh? That was not on the list.
It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, that's cool, man. It's always cool to get your perspective and, you know, like what that means. And because I feel like it's not really defined. It's like it becomes whatever it needs to be in the moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right.
if it's cheap freight stuff, if it's this or if it's that, if it's injustice, if it's like if it's a podcast, if it's a trucking company, you know, it's been a little bit of everything, you know. So
it is
I like
what
to
you
hear,
make it to be.
You know, yeah.
You know, and it's a little transformer right there. It
Yeah.
could be many things, bro.
Yeah.
But it's containeros.
Yeah. My main definition to simplify it is that, like, no matter what it becomes, it's always the core root of it will always be to give back to truckers. You know what I mean?
4 truckers, 4 truckers buy truckers, right?
Eso.
That's right.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
So moving on. I think we're on the last one, which is anything you would like to add, sir?
Chales.
Or anything your tripas would want to add.
You hear him growling, huh? I'm fucking hungry, mommy. Fucking, nah, man. Fucking, everything's been chilling. I've been blessed and just keep pushing, you know, keep turning, you know, and we got to keep it going because these containers ain't going to take them by themselves. One thing I do want to add is a lot of truckers complain about not being respected.
Okay.
But we got to give them something to respect.
Ooh.
You feel me? Because I see a lot of truckers in traffic that are very impatient. They honk at cars. They go in the third lane. I've seen Chucho's been in the HOV, you know. Mm-hmm. But if we want respect as containeros, and we want respect as those people that take those loads out,
yeah, we
have to act accordingly, bro. Yeah. We're not driving motorcycles. You know, we're driving liabilities, you know, and a lot of people felt to see that, and they don't respect us. They cut us off. They do it. Where are you gonna go? You can only go 55 allegedly. So allegedly. You can only go 55. You know, if they cut you off, so what? Mm-hmm. So what? Get over it. You know, there's a lot of people that get diabetes, that you know, like they get so angry and their blood pressure is off the roof, and it's not that serious, bro. We're doing our job.
I've had coffees thrown at my truck.
Yeah, you know, but you didn't get down and fuck them up, did you? Did you shoot at them? Did you like?
No, it was just it was actually funny, to be honest.
You
That's
know
the fucked up part,
right?
But it happens to me as well, where they get the best of me, and they're probably laughing at me too.
Right,
so.
Right. So
at the end of the day, if you're over it in 5 minutes, it doesn't really matter. You know?
That's it. Yeah.
Shit, I forgot I was mad.
Yeah, exactly. You just keep your day going, bro. You can't ruin your day over a car that cut you off. Mm-hmm. I've been cut off millions of times, and it's funny because as a trucker, if you don't know when a car is about to cut you off, you're in the wrong industry.
Right?
You know, because you already, as a trucker, you should already know, hey, this motherfucker's gonna go in. You already know to slow down because you already know he's gonna go in. You know, it's the way the car driver gives himself. Yeah, because they'll come zooming in the ramp.
Yeah, it's like body language, but for cars.
Exactly, I already know. That makes
sense.
Yeah, no, it's true because if you're speeding up the ramp, I don't expect you to slam on your brakes for me because you think I'm slow. Yeah. You know, I already know you're going to go in front of me.
You might swerve a little to the right.
You know?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, so I've done that before, you know, but allegedly. So, like I said, if you don't have any patience and if you don't have that morale to your business, because truck drivers see that sticker on the side of your truck. Drivers see that sticker. You know, if you're working for a company, they call your company, bro. They call and complain. You know, and if you have your own company, you're owner up, who knows? Down the road, you never know. Fucking, you don't know who you're yelling at. You don't know who you're honking at. You go deliver a container, and somebody you honked at probably didn't sit right with them, and they work at that warehouse, and they see your sticker, and they're like, man, fuck this phone. You know?
Or even worse, they fucking shoot your ass.
Or that too, you know? Hey, fuck this fool. This fool honked at me, bro. You know, they don't take in consideration that they cut you off. They drivers, I respect truck drivers more as a trucker than I did when I didn't have my Class A. Yeah. And I'm not gonna sit here in front that, oh yeah, I let them pass, because I didn't. Mm-hmm. You know, I was reckless. You know, they cut a lot of drivers off. Mm-hmm. But now, as a trucker, and I know both points of views. Yeah. You know, now I slow down. Now I let them in. Now I'm waiting for the turn signal to, all right, come in. Like, I'll flash my lights at them. Yeah. And if they let me in, I'll put my emergency saying thank you. You know, like it's just respect. You know,
that's why it's true that saying then that there would be way more respect for other people's professions or what they do if we switch roles for a bit.
Exactly. So, you know, because they just see us as snails on the road. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's how I saw it. And motherfucker's not going fast enough. He can't. He has to go 55, you know? Especially, like, being in traffic hauling a $70,000 container, bro. Mm-hmm. That should have killed you in an instant. You know, I've seen shit. I've seen shit on the internet. Thank God I haven't seen this shit in person. Yeah. But that shit's scary, bro. That shit, as a driver, your safety should come before anybody else's, you know, because you're the first one that goes out. If you stop, you slam on that brake, and your truck goes flipping down the fucking hill, that's it. You're done, bro.
And they're just going around you.
Exactly. They're gonna keep pushing
and sending videos to Containeroz.
Exactly. Don't do that. Don't end up on Containeroz, you know. But
it's awareness stuff.
It's awareness. It's awareness.
You enjoy it. That's why you post.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what not to do, man.
Yeah, man. That's something I'll add. Respect yourself and respect others on the road, especially. You know, because you don't know if somebody's been having a bad day and you honk at them, and you don't know what they're packing.
Yeah, and you can't take it personal when you do get disrespected, because
not at all.
You can't be disrespected by someone that doesn't respect themselves. So, like, look closely who the fuck it's coming from.
Look at it closely. No, yeah, fuck.
I'm getting all fucking want to be philosophical on this shit. I should stop reading all those quotes. You know, they got to stick. You know, like
it comes down to it.
They make sense when they make sense. You know.
Yeah, it just. That's a big part of being a trucker. It's
being philosophical.
You're the traffic, fool.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah. I mean, we have a lot of time to think. Yeah. We have a lot of time to, bro. It's funny because
to flip or not to flip. That is the question.
That is the question, bro. Fucking, is it loaded or is it empty? The world may never know. Yeah. But no, yeah, man.
So where can they reach Kuko?
Hey, hit me up on Instagram, on Twitter, at KUKO Kuko_392. Hit me up. I do photography on the side. You don't have to pay me, but if I think it's worthy, then you know we'll get something going. Other than that, you know, you guys stay frosty, keep turning, and
www.kuko.392.com.
Bro, fucking keep it frosty, bro. Keep it creamy, doc. You know. Right.
Thanks for coming on, and yes, it was nice talking to you.
Yes, sir. Fucking vibing out here.
Yeah, let's do it. Quack, quack, quack. And we're out.
Yes, sir. Later.
Like, comment, subscribe. Please. Oh, fuck. Whack.